No more bad government in Nigeria. Nigeria what? The only media that have been consistent speaking against the bad government and for the purpose for reformers. Nigeria what? Yo! No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. The only media that have been speaking. No more bad government. The voice of the voiceless. No more bad government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. For the poor. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what media? No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. In Nigeria. No more bad government. No more bad government. No more bad government. The only media. No more bad government. The number one media in Nigeria. No more bad government. That have been speaking against government. No more bad government. Niger what? No more bad government. Niger what you? The voice of the voiceless. The voice of the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Niger what media? Voice for the voiceless. Niger watch media. The only media that have been speaking against bad government. Being consistency since 1944. Voice for the voiceless. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. Umuwame. Voice for the voiceless. 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 Niger watch you. We have been seeing all you guys have been doing, and he recommending to everyone in Nigeria, saying that you guys are the number one. Niger what you
Nigerians. Yeah. Are you okay? I know that I saw you in Enugu, but are you ADC or a Labour Party?
Well, you know that on a lighter note, the kind of brand of politics we play now, you can be in PDP, you're working for APC, and you're in PDP, ruffling waters. But to answer your question directly, I'm transiting from the Labour Party.
But you have not entered your destination yet.
I've already taken my boarding pass to go into the African Democratic Congress, ADC.
From the Labour Party?
Yes.
Well, it does look like there's a settlement in court now as to the leadership of the party. Are you able to reconsider your decision of exiting the Labour Party?
The issues are quite clear to Nigerians. The only person that was being chased out of the Labour Party was Mr. Tinubu.
Why do you say so? Who is chasing him?
The powers that be, interest groups.
Is it Governor? Is it Governor Alex Oti that chased him?
No,
or Abure?
No. Governor
when
Alex
you say powers that be,
ally.
who are the powers that be in the Labour Party that's chasing him?
The people who control the executive and the judiciary. The Supreme Court, the highest court in the land, in June last year, did give a far-reaching decision in which they pronounced that the tenure of Mr. Barrister Julius Abure was effectively over, and that parties are bound to use their internal mechanisms to resolve issues. And if Abure's tenure was over, as the Supreme Court noted in that well-considered judgment, we took the CTC, certified true copy of that same judgment, to INEC with Mr. P2B, Governor Alex Oti, senators, House of Reps members, and State Assembly members to INEC. And INEC did nothing about that, only for them to issue a statement 4 days after Mr. P2B declared for ADC that Abure's tenure had long lapsed. And that was now followed up by the judgment from Honorable Justice Lifu, confirming what we already knew all along. That's why I said the whole fight was about Mr. P2B.
So what you are inferring is they wanted P2B out of Labour Party.
Of course.
And you think that this was orchestrated? INEC is being used to orchestrate this?
We Africans, if the witch cries in the night and the baby dies in the morning, who killed the baby?
What exactly are you talking about?
I am saying that as soon as Mr. P2B left, they felt comfortable enough.
Who is behind all of
this? Who
is doing this?
I wouldn't know. We should be asking INEC why it took them that long to return the party to the people who should run the party.
So you blame INEC for destabilizing Labour Party?
They have a hand in it because in September 2024, the stakeholders of the party in Umuahia on September 4, 2024, did set up an interim National Executive Council led by former Minister Senator Esther Nenadi Usman. So why did it take INEC 1 year, 6 months to recognize Nenadi as chairman of the Labour Party?
Let me leave you, since you have jumped ship and you have abandoned your home and the platform that gave you your seat in the House, let's talk about the issue of governance. So you chair the committee to probe the alleged alteration of the tax laws, the gazetted copies. And there is a report from your committee, an interim report. It does look like there is a position identified and there are findings that your committee have come around to. What exactly how would you summarize your committee's findings?
Well, first, let me react to the fact of having jumped ship. I did not jump ship. This is an election year because primaries will begin in a few months' time. And so if you stay in a place that has become toxic as a politician, you also have to look for a place, to identify with. So that is what has happened. Coming to your question regarding the alleged alterations in the tax laws. Yes, I was in my constituency on January 2nd, 2026, when I was named as chair of a 7-man committee of the Minority Caucus to look into these allegations. And we got to work, even though in your opening remarks, you said the National Assembly members remain on holidays. Even sitting here is work for me, talking about issues surrounding the National Assembly. But to answer your question directly, the committee did indeed discover that there are different versions of the Tax Act. And who has done that? We do not know. You know that by parliamentary practice, you are given either 7 days or 14 weeks to turn in a report. And that's why we have labeled this an interim report and asking the minority leadership to give us the leeway to dig deeper and find out who must have done what.
What you have found out is true to what your colleagues said on the floor, that there are discrepancies in the sense that to the extent that what we have or what we know, there are different versions. But what we should concern ourselves with is the fact that there is a tone of finality on what was passed by the lawmakers, which a lot of people would think that by the proceedings or the process of passing a law, once it leaves the corridors of the National Assembly, it goes on for the president's assent. And a lot of Nigerians would think that between that journey from the National Assembly to the president's table for assent, nothing should be added, nothing should be subtracted. Am I right?
You are correct, but it's not as easy as that.
Okay.
When the laws are passed, we run a bicameral legislature. Mm-hmm. The House of Rep passes it, the Senate does. If there are fundamental issues of to be looked at, then we'll have a conference committee that looks at it. And then a final clean copy is sent by the clerk of the National Assembly to Mr. President for his assent. If he doesn't have issues with it, he gives his assent. And then it becomes an executive function to gazette that act so that it becomes amongst our codified laws, and the copy is sent to the judiciary via the Supreme Court. The National Assembly has its copy, the National Library, and all of that. So in between those processes, anything could have happened.
So your findings here, according to your committee, is that we now have 3 versions of the tax administration law, right? That's what you found out.
Yes, but in the midst of these investigations, we also discovered that there were efforts to try to get back to what the National Assembly originally passed. And the challenge now would be to find out who even went to the extent of changing certain aspects.
So let's get it categorically right now. Tonight, you are telling Nigerians that the gazetted law as is being circulated is being altered, is being doctored, or has been doctored.
Shehu, it will interest you to note that before we even raised the alarm, some of our members did go to the Federal Ministry of Information and purchased a copy of the gazetted law, especially the Nigerian Tax Administration law. But by the time this issue was raised on the floor of the House, I think December 16 or thereabouts, we went back the next day to Federal Ministry of Information, and they weren't selling. So when you say the one in circulation, I doubt if there is anyone even in circulation, because if it's in circulation, it should be available to the ordinary Nigerian. And then they went ahead, even in their portal, the fiscal reform portal, that they had uploaded the gazetted copy. The one that was doctored, they had to pull it down. So some of these shenanigans easily point to one fact. Even Mr. President did agree in his statement on December 30 that there were issues with the tax laws. I'll just read you one paragraph. The presidency pledges to work with the National Assembly to ensure the swift resolution of any issue identified. That clearly tells you that there are issues, even though he thinks that those issues are not enough to disrupt the commencement of the implementation of the tax laws on January 1, 2026.
And it's interesting that where the major problem is there are 4 of those laws, isn't it?
Yes.
Is in the problem fundamentally is the Tax Administration Act of 2025.
Yeah.
Now, and it's interesting that you have identified about 4 or 5 areas, paragraphs that are being altered, added or subtracted in the law. Am I right? But are these portions that you have identified as being subtracted or inserted or doctored, are they fundamentally consequential to the execution of the law, to the average person?
They are, of course. Every little comma you see in a law has consequences. So if, for instance, you take away the power of the National Assembly to review what you're doing or for you to report back, and then you also give yourself the power of arrest, which wasn't in the original bill, later an act signed by Mr. President, then you're giving yourself powers that are ultra varies your, your original jurisdiction.
Let me let Nigerians know. Tonight, in that report, you've reported preliminarily to say that first, Section 29(1) of the Tax Administration Act of 2025. You see, on the reporting threshold, why the National Assembly certified version provided for a tax compliance reporting threshold of 50 million for individuals and 100 million for companies. The gazetted version lowered the reporting thresholds for individuals to 25 million from 50 million and 100 million from 250 million for companies. This is a clear case of the executive undermining legislative powers by illegally altering and already passed laws to drag more taxpayers into the net. So the inference here is that Section 29 has been altered and those figures have been changed. It then means that the changes they've made to it will allow more people to be dragged into the tax net.
Yes. And then the reporting threshold for corporate entities that was initially set for 250 million was now lowered to 100 million, which means that if you are a corporate organization and you undertake transactions up to 100 million naira, then it will be flagged.
But there's this position by and there are those who find this curious. And I'm hoping that, and the reason why we are having this conversation is that Nigerians need to know, and the federal government and those who are in the first place pushing for the tax reforms are saying, to what extent? We were the one who proposed these laws. Why are we going to now alter it? It doesn't make sense, Honorable. How would you accuse the executive of altering a law in which this was an executive-backed law?
No,
amendment.
No law comes from the executive and goes, not many laws comes from the executive and return to the president for assets the way they came.
But they are saying that the way and manner, they were the one who pushed for these laws.
Yeah.
They were the one who pushed for the reforms. They were the ones who drafted it and pushed it for the passage of the National Assembly. Does it make sense for them to have been the one now altering it?
It does. What it means is that you have made a proposal. Whatever you bring, be it an executive bill, it's a proposal before the National Assembly. And when you bring it as a proposal, for instance, you want the reporting threshold to be 25 million, for instance, 50 million, for instance, and no, they wanted 25 million and we said 50 million. Now, if you go back after the act has been passed to insert your original intention, the wisdom of one man or a committee cannot be superior to the collective integrity and wisdom of 360 members of the House and 109.
There are other areas that were pointed at, and this is actually very concerning. Section 64, which is the enforcement and power of arrest. Yeah. Your committee you said, and you have identified, you said, the gazetted law illegally increased the powers of the tax authority to include the power to arrest individuals suspected of tax violation through law enforcement agencies and allowed for the sale of seized assets without a court order, which means that if Honorable Ogene is found to have breached the tax law in violations, either undercutting his reporting or his company or his individual tax reporting or whatever, if you're found guilty, that the tax authority have the power to arrest and also to seize your asset and sell your asset without a court order.
That was the intent of the alterations.
So, but originally, what was the position of the law before this? Before you identified this?
No, this was a clear instruction.
It was not there at all.
Yes.
The power of arrest and all of this was not there.
It was a clear instruction.
Another one that you have identified is the definition of what is called federal taxes.
Yes.
And you said in that, it said the National Assembly certified version defines federal taxes to include income tax, petroleum tax, blah, 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 and the rest. The gazetted version removed petroleum income tax and VAT from the definition of taxes under the federal government's administration. You said in your committee's report that we consider this as an affront to the executive powers, exclusive powers of the National Assembly to make laws.
That's correct.
So where is now the petroleum income tax and VAT? How are they being defined?
Well, that is why we said that this requires further investigations for the concerned individuals and organizations to come and give explanations to this.
And
these are only red flags that we have raised.
And are there more?
There are more, of course.
You've only identified of the four, you only identify in one of the acts, in one of the laws, which is the Tax Administration Act.
Okay, even the Nigerian Revenue Service
Establishment Act. You found the issue there?
Yes, the issue of oversight. Why the authentic version passed by NAS, provided that National Assembly can summon, demand reports, or enforce accountability in line with its constitutional role of oversight. The altered gazetted version curiously deleted this provision requiring quarterly and annual reporting to Parliament regarding the Nigerian Revenue Services, in total disregard and disrespect of the institution of the National Assembly and the doctrine of checks and balances, an important bedrock of Parliament.
So let's establish to Nigerians tonight the procedures of law for anyone who is a student of parliamentary processes will know that there are stages in the passage of laws. It goes the first reading, the second reading, the committee stages, and the public hearing. It goes back to the floor, is passed, and is being technically looked at. Then is then eventually passed. When it's passed and there is concurrence between the two arms of government, then you find a clean copy and is now being finally passed on the general floor for us.
First, so that we can all be on the same page, would you like to let us know where you stand in this matter? Are you pro-executive or you are pro-Amewule and the House of Assembly? So that once you tell us, because almost everybody in Rivers, has a position on this matter. And then having clarified your position in the matter, then you tell us what you think of all these one day, one trouble developments in Rivers.
Thank you very much, Dr. Abati. The basic position I stand is the general position of the Rivers people, which is for the legislative arm to allow the executive to give the people of Rivers State the needed dividends of democracy. And on that base, I can't be pro or anti, but for the interest of having stability and true democracy in Rivers State.
Okay, well, thank you very much for that.
No, there is a second leg to it. What do you think of these developments? Now we know you are pro-Rivers, neither pro-Fubara or nor pro-Amewule. But what do you think? In terms of all this back and forth.
What is play? That is the concern so many of us are having as a people that love true democracy and the position of free wills given to both the executive and the legislative arm, including the judiciary, to perform its affair for the benefit of Nigerians and Rivers people. As the president of the largest ethnic youth organization in the Niger Delta, what is playing out in Rivers State disturbs some of us more than the way so many persons would react in respect to what is happening. And that is why we see at every given point in time that we have been crying out and calling on both parties to give peace a chance in Rivers State. And we have seen that the legislative arm is also trying to carry out their constitutional responsibility. And that is the same way the judiciary, the chief judge of the state, which has been under zero pressure, has also told the world that there are existing court orders and he cannot disobey a competent court order. And he has said that at this particular point in time, he cannot set up the 7-man panel to look into the allegation against the governor until that particular court order is set aside. It's just a time when they look into the matter in question in the court, we might know the way forward or the step the chief judge of the state is going to take concerning the matter. But the most important thing is they should give the governor a space so that he can give the people of Rivers State the needed dividends of democracy.
All right, well said. Well, thank you so much. I just want to ask you, how about engaging some of these lawmakers in Rivers State? I know some of them, as you mentioned, Ojo Youth Council represents a significant number of groups in the state. Has there been any form of dialogue with the Ojo Youth Council and the lawmakers? Has that produced any positive outcome?
Basically, the Joy Youth Council have taken a series of steps, including stakeholders, elders from those particular constituencies to see how they can interface with these lawmakers in question. But the truth of the matter is that, you know, there has been a Nigerian system or a moving pattern in the Nigerian democracy that assembly members or legislators are now contractors or they are businessmen where they approach the governor outside their constituency project to be given allocations of the state treasury where they can live flamboyant life. But today we have a very prudent and people-oriented governor, and he's telling them that, look, if it is the reverse treasury that you want, I can't give it to you. But if it is true good governance that you want both parties, the legislative and the executive, to give to rivers people, then we can work together. So that is where the bone of contention lies. They want the rivers treasury to be open for them so that they can type their hand to take whatever that they want to take, as others, assembly members in other administration has been doing. But today we have a prudent governor and who have said that no, this fund in question are for rivers people and is meant for infrastructural development, human capital development, and good governance. So that is where the problem lies. So some of them has definitely rebuffed the peace arrangement stakeholders, and even the IYC have tried to initiate. They are bent on that the governor is too tight, is too stingy. The governor doesn't want them as assembly members to benefit from the rivers treasury. So that is where we are having.
Real quickly, that point
I'm with you.
that they want to give, that is because they want money so that they can live forever. Like, can you show us the proof? Because one of the lawyers that, you know, came to speak here representing, obviously, you know, some interest in the state was saying that that's not part of the impeachment notice. So can you show us the proof that that's what actually the lawmakers want? And I mean empirical proof. And that's what is causing the problem, that it is because the lawmakers want the governor to bring the money so that they can share. Because, like the lawyer said that day, that's not part of the impeachment notice. And do you have the impeachment notice with you, the grounds that they put there? That's number one. Number two, you said something. I just need empirical facts this morning. You said something. You said the generality of people in Rivers State want the fact that the National Assembly should, the State House of Assembly should work with the governor. Do you have empirical proof to back up your assertion? Do you have a survey or do you have anything of that nature? But give us the proof that you have that is because of the money the lawmakers want to collect. That's why they are causing all of this rancor. The proof.
Rufai, thank you very much. You know, there is nothing hidden. The empirical fact that you are looking for, even the speaker himself, in one of his statements before they went on a recession in the Rivers State House of Assembly, made it categorically clear that in the midst of the state of emergency that was declared in Rivers State, that they approached the governor, that the budget itself that was passed by the National Assembly does not contain their interests, that they want a supplementary budget where their interest is going to be captured. And those are the areas that they were trying to see how they can put in projects that will be.
New legal roadblock tonight in the deepening political standoff in Rivers State. The Chief Judge, Simeon Chibuza Amadi, has declined a request from the State House of Assembly to set up a 7-member panel to investigate allegations of gross misconduct against Governor Sim Fubara and his deputy Ngozi Odu. In a letter dated January 20th to the Speaker, Martin Amewule, the Chief Judge cited an interim injunction issued by the State High Court, an order that effectively freezes the impeachment process just as lawmakers moved to activate it. The decision sharpens the constitutional tension between the legislature and the judiciary, raising critical questions about due process, separation of powers, and where this high-stakes political confrontation now goes next. Well, Well, for more on this, I'm joined now in the studio by Arise politics editor and director of news, Sumner Samba. Sumner, good to see you.
Thank you so much, Charles.
Thank you very much indeed. Just take us through the sequence of events. Why exactly did the Chief Judge decide this, and why?
Well, the House of Assembly is seeking to bring to the fore Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution, which outlines the procedures for impeaching a state governor. And they had written to the Chief Judge to actually constitute this panel, and from there the panel will have to sit for 3 months. It has 3 months, but it mustn't sit for 3 months for it to conclude, and of course it will have to hear from all parties. But there's one process that I keep saying that had been challenging, if indeed that process was not skipped in this process, because we have to be rational and not emotional about this. Now, if you read Section 188, it clearly states that once the Speaker of the State House of Assembly receives a notice and eventually he looks at it and he thinks it's okay and he admits the notice, then he then writes to the governor, and maybe in this instance the deputy governor, and then the governor and deputy governor, having received officially this document, will have to write back, attending to all the issues, allegations raised against him and maybe the deputy governor, and from there the document received back, or the feedback received from the governor and the deputy, or the governor alone, whichever, will then have to be circulated back to the House of Assembly members. And if they are okay with the reply, it ends there. And if they are not okay with the reply, then this other process will come in place. And that's where a lot of people are saying that it looks like, number one, the governor did not acknowledge receiving it, and number two, there's no reply from the governor back. So has that been skipped, or is he okay? And then why did the Speaker then jump directly to writing the, Chief Judge? And the Chief Judge, having looked at this, took a rational decision. And we still have men of integrity in this country, but don't forget that's also a state that could easily be manipulated by political players, because that's what Nyesom Wike has been accusing Governor Fubara of doing too, because he appoints the Chief Judge, and in this instance there's a tendency for him to actually have an overbearing influence. But in this instance, whatever action was taken by the Chief Judge, through what's called lease pendants, that's to inform the Speaker and his members that there still is subsisting court order, is actually the right thing to be done.
Indeed. And with the Chief Judge declining to set up this panel, what options, if any, does the Rivers State House of Assembly now have?
A political option. And I'm thinking, just like a whole lot of political analysts have been thinking, that this is actually like an arrangement to provide a soft ground for all the parties. And so they knew that this was going to hit a brick wall, and Abuja is actually pushing forward to say, look, we wouldn't, in our own period as the governing party of Nigeria, allow a sitting governor, nonetheless the governor of Rivers State, to be impeached.
Political
yes,
state,
yes, because Rivers State is a very key player in the determinant of the presidents that are elected in Nigeria. We have about 4 to 5 states that are very strategic. You have Lagos, you have Rivers, you have Delta, you have, of course, all of that states way up to Kaduna and all of that, Kano and so on. Now, in this instance, PDP has been ruling Rivers State since 1999, and all opposition parties that have come on board, including the CPC to the ACN, they've always courted Rivers State. Because once you get that, you have some financial power, you will have governors who will go out there, it has a voting population and all of that. It's a key player, a key determinant. And it's not by mistake that you've seen the previous Rivers State governors, starting from Odili to Amechi to Wike, have always played a crucial role at the center. That's because of the basket of votes, the basket of finances and other support that they bring to the governing parties.
So a big prize for the APC.
Yeah, so now the APC didn't win this through the ballot or anything. The governor just walked into the party. And for you to now want to lose this key political player in determining
and
the
so
president.
Close to the election.
Yeah, so close to the election. I mean, I'm thinking that this is the ground that the president may have, through the back channel, told all parties to go through, and this is the opportunity for a definite resolution now, because the president would actually have to come out and say, look, I'm close to the election. It's either both parties take this or not. And I can tell you that in one way or the other, he wouldn't want to do anything that will hurt his vote.
Right.
Because the president is looking for votes. He wants to ensure that he closes in on the south-south, the southeast, and the southwest, and then quickly go into the middle belt or the north-central geopolitical zone, close it, and then have 25% in the northeast and the northwest, and then he goes home.
Right.
So who would want to engage in this political harakiri or political suicide?
Indeed. And has there been any response from Governor Fubara to this development, or perhaps from his camp?
Well, nothing really for now. But don't forget, I mean, if you're fair, you also understand that this process may have had political undertones. Because look, on the 16th, when this issue, got to the court, the timing of when this motion got to the court, when this prayer went to the court and all of that, it was hastily done. And I'm wondering why Amewole and others are not actually taking a look at when this case was filed, which was around 9 a.m. and all of that. And then by 12, there was already an ex parte order. So also, the National Judicial Council has warned courts to stop issuing ex parte orders because they are being used politically against opponents. Could this have been the case? Now, if this case were to go to a federal high court, could the governor have got this ex parte order?
Yeah.
Because we've seen high court and state high courts, issuing, different orders, though from the same court of coordinate jurisdiction.
Right. So
it's a dicey situation.
So, briefly, how does this decision fit into the broader political power struggle currently playing out in Rivers State? In other words, where does this leave Nyesom Wike?
Now, in all of this, it gives room for more negotiation by Nyesom Wike. I think this is the time for him to come out, subject himself to what Abuja wants, and see how he could cut a better deal. Because it's obvious right now that Abuja doesn't want Fubara to be impeached. And that's why you keep hearing the governor, giving thanks, commending President Bola Tinubu and all of that. President Tinubu is a former governor. Why he doesn't tolerate what Fubara is doing to Nyesom Wike? But nonetheless, because of his own second term, he would want to play a game that actually favors him, not Nyesom Wike. Because we're getting close to the primaries, and Wike is also afraid that if the governor does get his second term ticket, he would actually be smoked out of Rivers State. We've seen this happening over and over. So there has to be some presidential guarantees that could be given to Nyesom Wike if he subjects himself and brings himself to the table to actually see how he can ease himself out of this. Because the president actually wants these votes. And I don't think that the structures that Wike has right now could actually guarantee more of those kind of votes that the president would want. The president is thinking that as a governor, as a sitting governor, Fubara still controls some sort of leverage at the grassroots. But the structures are in the hand of Wike. But those structures could actually be dismantled too. Because there are still several cases that are out there. And for example, the local government chairmen who are in the hands of Nyesom Wike, they are all in the APC. A presidential order through the party's national chairman could actually alter the game. And if all the governors, if all the local government chairmen provide their support for the governor based on Abuja's directive, and not Nyesom Wike, what will Wike be banking on? Because they are all in the APC. And some of the State House of Assembly members, very quickly, we still hear that they have not fully declared for the APC. They don't have registered membership of the APC. So people are still asking, is it that Nyesom Wike is still asking some of his members to hold back? Maybe they could go back to a PDP or something like that. So it's a whole potpourri. And I think Martin Amewole should actually know where the signals are coming from this time around as the speaker. And then the chief judge and judges in Rivers State and elsewhere should just stay on the ball, and which is to ensure that democracy is protected. And in this stance, the people must not be shortchanged. Section 188 is very clear. If any of them breach it, I can tell you that the higher cost will actually cause an uproar.
Right. Sumner, thank you very much indeed. Sounds absolutely fascinating. Sumner Samba is Arise Politics editor and director of news.
I agree with the point highlighted by the national chairman that in Rivers State, Governor Fubara is the leader of APC party in Rivers State. Now, you made mention of Wike. Wike is not a member of APC, so he can't speak for APC. I don't know whether I get the point. He may be the leader of PDP in Rivers State because he was a former governor and they don't have a governor at the moment. But in APC, the leader of the party in Rivers State is Governor Fubara. President believes in the rule of law and a rule-based practice, right? With respect to the party affairs, what the national chairman said is the position president sticks to because he respects party procedure. We have had people who complain that as a cabinet member, Wike enjoyed more benefit than anything. You know, when you leave a treasury single account.
He delivered more than most.
If they are given the resources that he has and unfettered access, they will do more. So Wike has been adequately compensated. You see, the president believes in compensating people. Compensating people not at the expense of the interest of Nigeria. You have to understand President Bola Tinubu. He will give you latitude. He will give you privilege, but not at the expense of what is the right thing to do. Now, when you cross that line, nobody will tell you. You will know. So the matter between Wike and Fubara is already handled. Handled in the sense that you ask the question, who is the leader of the party? In this case, we say is the governor. For the impeachment procedure is consistent with the practice of law, right?
Okay.
And the requirement. And then the governor will deal with it. There have been orders of court that stopped the impeachment, right? The party is clear. Nobody should stop Fubara from governing the state. And that one should be clear to everybody, that the party sticks with the leaders of the party in their respective state. Okay. In fact, the president even respects the right of a state in which a PDP governor is a governor, and maybe somebody, APC, wants to disturb him. He believes that the governor should be allowed to govern the state. Okay. That is his disposition. That's his approach.
Be done better. So the 2027 rigging plan has started, and the APC is not joking at all. They vow to ensure that the election is rigged, and its rigging will be done better than the way they rigged the 2023 elections. It is now being reported in this viral video that an INEC staff and head of operations of Isialagwa South was caught in Isialagwa North in Abia State manipulating the voter register, and he was imputing names into the register as against the guidelines of INEC. And this is not a made-up video, not a skit, not a prank. We hear that the police has arrested him and is now with the police, but we are waiting for the police to release information and public statement about it. But they are delaying, but we can no longer wait. We need to put this out there. I'm going to allow you to see the video, and when you're done seeing the video, we'll come back and tell you the implications of allowing something like this to continue and what we must do to stop this rigging that APC wants to do for 2027.
Stop that. Election 2027. Thank God for the policemen we have here in Ishalamba. Thank God for DPO, Office Igwe, all of them. This is what you are calling Mayor Biko. Not Mayor Biko.
The fact is that I can't even fathom what people make him to do this kind of a thing.
Biko, sir. Biko, you know? Biko, use your good office. Biko, sir. No?
See, wait. Let me just tell you. If this kind of a thing,
I know, sir.
Because you are the one that
I'm guilty.
Is the in charge of operations in the south. Is the man in charge of operations in the south. So is this thing is given to him with trust that he will preserve it. He now use it and then.
My Mayor Biko. Not to my Mayor Biko.
Where you now? Where you? Why are you still allowing him to go about with this thing? Recover this thing and then register it. Recover this thing. Recover it.
Mayor.
Sir, please, what's her name? Sir, what's her name? You're what? Chukwemeka. From where? Please, I'm asking you a question.
Now, the implication of that is that what the APC is calling e-registration is actually manipulating and imputing names into the voter register through INEC. So it is evident that the APC wants to have a clean rigging of the 2027 election. They understand the dynamics of 2027 election and why it may likely snowball into some crisis and some maybe foreign intervention. They hear that a lot of people are lobbying the White House to put in exert more interest, as it were, in the election 2027 and ensure that the election is free and fair. While we declare that we are a sovereign nation, some persons think that we do not have the capacity to allow our current crop of leaders to run a free, fair, and credible elections, that they want more interest in the election. So the APC have started to master the art of rigging, and they want to ensure that it is done and done neatly. So what you are seeing here is the implications. It means that we are in serious trouble. And this is happening around all states in Nigeria. That's what it means. So when I said the last time that the defection and the decamping of governors into APC may ultimately decide the elections of 2027, not that the people will change their mind because their governors are in APC, but because they'll be able to have access, to be able to manipulate the election figures even before election. So it means that 1 month before election, there is a likelihood of understanding of how many numbers of vote have been done, because while the people are going to vote, there will be a smooth sale and smooth transition of all of the election figures, the names, everything be done. Of course, if you understand what it means to be imputing more names in the voter register, then you know the crisis that will cause us in the elections. And go around, this is happening everywhere. So when the Edo governor says that he's going to provide 2.5 million votes, he knows what he's saying, because this is the master plan. So you ask yourself, since when did the APC become digital? That they now created an e-registration platform. Everything is done to ensure that there is a master rigging process for 2027. And it's unfortunate that Nigerians, and then we are putting it out there, the Nigerian Police Force, INEC, as well as all bodies, we've asked every single institution and agency involved in ensuring that Nigerians' rights to vote are being protected. This is the time to stand out. The case of this man that have been arrested, we want the man public statement and asking those of you in Abia, and particularly calling on progressive minds in Abia to ensure that this particular case is not swept under the carpet. The governor of Abia State, as well as other governors, this is not the time. You see why we insist that there must be an agreement, there must be a merger, a coalition of the opposition voices, because that is the only way you can force this government to conduct a free and fair elections. Nigerians must stand up. These guys are not joking. It is only a government that wants to rig election that will not bother about governance on how well the people feel. Because if you leave the people to decide, Bola Ahmed Tinubu can be beaten by just anybody. What if this election is decided even before the election? We must take it very serious. I want Nigerians to open our eyes. It's now time to look around, to begin to... And INEC, dear INEC, if you want to use yourself to become the institution, the tool that will destabilize the peace and progress of this country, go ahead. Nigerians will give you exactly what you want if you are not careful. Allowing your men to be used by the All Progressives Congress to manipulate our processes is calling for anarchy. And if this is not looked into, especially in all other states of the Federation, Nigerians will begin to put in, and you may not like the outcome.
Welcome. My name is Magnus Orak, and this is Woto TV. You see, I've watched every single analysis about Peter Obi and the Obedient movement. And quite frankly, every time I listen to it, either from Tinubu supporters, Tinubu analysts, and even those in the ADC, Dele Momodu, and a lot of people that are Atiku supporters, they seem to get it all wrong about the Obedient and Peter Obi. First and foremost, the Obedient are not a party people. We don't care which party you be. We are not a party people. We don't send party. We are not a party person. We are a group of people that have come together because a common thing binds us, and that is the betterment of Nigeria. That is why we say a new Nigeria, not just any new Nigeria. A Nigeria that works for all is indeed possible. Even the market woman on the street, the professor in the tertiary school has this ideology. Now, it is this conviction that we can indeed change Nigeria with the right leadership that binds us together. So anybody that is thinking that he will use the system, the rigged system, whether primaries, election, judiciary, I think you're getting it all wrong. The obedience are not joined together by tribe. The obedience are not joined together by region. The obedience are joined together by a conviction that only the right leadership it's only the right leadership that can change this country. We're not interested in the fact that somebody who you claim to be a master strategist is in actual fact a master strategist in criminality, a master strategist in deception, a master strategist in propaganda, a master strategist in everything that we hope Nigeria will not be in 2027. Please get that right. So all those that are saying Peter Obi cannot defeat the incumbent, I mean, what do you mean? After all, he did it before. Peter Obi won the election before. I mean, what are you not talking? He won it. He won the election. You think if the system did not aid Tinubu, Tinubu will be in Aso Rock? I live in Plateau State. I can tell you for sure. I can tell you for sure that the results that were declared in Plateau State was not the reflection of the voting pattern that took place in 2023. Peter Obi scored about almost 1.2 million and was slashed down to 400,000 naira. A whooping, as I say, I mean, 1.1, almost 1.2 million vote, and a whooping 800,000 votes was slashed out. So imagine such efforts were replicated in other states. Look, the whole country came together and said it is Peter Obi they need. Look, if Peter Obi had given the nod for violence, this country would not have withstood it. And in 2027, if you try the nonsense you tried in 2023, I can assure you, 150%, we don't need a nod. We will not be needing a nod for anybody for you to test the reaction of the people. We are not promoting violence. We are not seeking violence. All we ask is fairness. How many Tinubu supporters are crying for a free and fair election? How many Tinubu supporters are campaigning on the basis of success to usher Tinubu in again? Rather, it is always threats and hatred for a certain people from a certain region. We don't want that. We want a Nigeria where Muslims and Christians can live together. Hausas and Igbos and Yorubas can live together. We want a country where people can actually cohabit, and the differences in their religion, race, or tribe does not inhibit or culminate into reasons why we should engage in unaliving ourselves. Nigeria is too rich to be ranked among the poor nations. Nigeria is currently ranked the fourth country with the largest, with the highest number of poor people in living in the country. Can you imagine Nigeria with all the mineral deposits, with all the oil, and with all the skillful people that this country has? But rather, you have people without certificates heading very, very sensitive and important positions. How can Nigeria grow? So Peter Obi symbolizes the hope of people who want a better Nigeria. So if you think that if you skim Peter Obi out in any primaries, then you will cajole Peter Obi to become vice president, I can assure you that anybody, please read my lips, anybody that uses Peter Obi as vice president, and if Peter Obi they hear me, if let me go agree, any person that thinks he's smart enough because he already has a system that is rigged in his favor that he win primary and then he will dangle vice president for Peter Obi, I can assure you that ticket will fail. I can assure you that 80% of obedience will not vote because we believe that presidency is in the south. You can imagine that those who don't support rotational presidency are the ones backing that is only Atiku that can defeat Tinubu. Let me tell you, in a free and fair election, even me here with my white bear, I will defeat Tinubu. So those who are saying it's only this one that can beat Tinubu, it's only this one that can defeat Tinubu, you're already blessing the system. You're already blessing a rich system. The problem is not who can defeat Tinubu. The problem is not is this one that can defeat Tinubu. Don't think like that. That's very childish for me. The problem is that the people should be willing to stand and fight to keep a system that is beneficial, a system that truly brings out the will of the people. Look, if the system is rigged, whether it's Atiku, whether it's Peter Obi, whether it's anybody, they can't defeat Tinubu. What we should be fighting is for a system that can allow the right leadership to come out. Now, the people in power will prevent us from getting the real type of system that we need. We, the people, must come together and fight so that a true and a better system that produces the right leader will be obtained or seen. Well, I just want to say this, but if I will say this for the last time, for the umpteenth time, if there's a meeting held somewhere that an Igbo man cannot be president of this country, we'll wait to see. Because if an Igbo man, one of the three major tribes, cannot be president in this country, that means me, the Robo man, I should just forget presidency. The Bachama man from Adamawa State should forget about presidency. The Biro man from Midubel should forget about presidency. Look, we must stay and change the narrative that in this country, anybody from anywhere, whether a Christian or a Muslim, an Igbo man, Yoruba man, Igbo man, North, South, Christian, Muslim, anybody can be president of this country. My name is Magnus Uraka. Please follow this page.
Good afternoon, sir. I don't know if you are confusing Nigeria for Venezuela. I be not they see me. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, Donald Trump. Please help me to tag me. Is this video clear? I the feel say I be my come outside conscious. Hold on. It be like, sorry, sir. It's like the sun inside there is not bright enough. Maybe you cannot see. I'm currently in Nigeria, sir. I just park along the road so you can see me clearly, so I can tell you that you have wrong information. Your minister for war is not really up and doing. You have not annihilated anything. Last week they kidnapped 177 people. You don't understand? 11 now escaped. It's remaining 166. Shortly after they kidnap another 20-something, those who want to pay ransom for them to be released around the same community in Kaduna. So if your minister for defense at the war, they tell you, say you annihilate. You know annihilate nothing. Do you understand? They hear me. I had to come down because it's an important conversation. The people in the Christian communities, they are really dying. They are kidnapping them. Help me tell Donald Trump. Because me don't know where for years say you annihilate anything. God, I beg. Oh, help us not to say we do arrive. You have not annihilated. Everybody come outside. Oh, he said it when he was talking to world leaders that he has annihilated terrorists in Nigeria. Which now I've been not in Nigeria. Now, men get this one in Nigeria, sir. You have not annihilated nothing. We cannot travel by road. We don't have money. Even our students are being kidnapped. Our students in higher institutions and college are being kidnapped and asked for huge ransom, 100 million. And when they don't bring it, they are killed. It's bad. Let's wait. You don't annihilate anything, no. Please, you need to sit up. You're not doing your job. We are depending on you. This man has been talking for us now. Suddenly, don't get a problem. We don't know what the problem is. Our government bad. Tagamo, and he let's waiting. Now nothing go Abuja by road. Thank you for listening and God bless. If it's not loud enough, people can tell me. I can go to a very more quiet place. Yeah, there go. No go use it. We will not chop tear up our mats. And he let's what? Even the one that they kidnap, now police they deny. This one, police deny them. Now when they're going to release names of the kidnapped people, now police come back, say, it actually happened. Before they don't talk and say, they will deal with anybody who says that. It's a lie, nobody was kidnapped. Donald Trump, on attack Gambo, I be there, he left on a corner. He never reached our side though. Woo! Let's call. And can we?
All right, guys. Thank you very much for your time with us. It's good to be back again. Happy weekend to every one of you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all. Thank you for your time this evening. Mother of all Mommy Diaspora, thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do for us here every blessed day. Thank you, Abu Azim, my brother. I appreciate you. Thanks for all that you do. God bless you all right there, Mother Stella Masawedo. I love Madoka, Mother Eugenia, and many others, Black Panther, and many, many more. And I already have a super chat from Mother Eugenia already. Thank you very much, ma. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you for all that you do. I have Stephanie Ojek right there as well. I'm very, very grateful. God bless you. We have more people with us. Right there, we have Jim Taiwo. Thank you very much for your time with us. Pacha Nofe, my dear sister, I can see you right there. Discussion Channel TV. Thank you, thank you, thank you. God bless you all. Tony South in the building. Our Dream Nation already on the panel. Thank you, thank you. I'm gonna have a bless you. Now just press on the like, help us to share. I might not be able to pronounce all names or mention all names, but I just want you all to know that I appreciate everybody's presence here today. Remember, when you are here, we are talking about what is affecting us in our country. Yes, I'm only privileged to have a platform that are dedicated to be talking about these things. A lot of people have platforms that they are not interested to talk about what is affecting you and I. Rather, they're on a speed lane to make money faster. And so, and I know politics doesn't give you nothing. You know that if you give something, if you doubt me today, please venture into it. Come inside. We are waiting for you. Come and do what we are doing so that you can make more money from talking about politics. All right. So you have to be patriotic. You have to be deep in craving for a better country for you to do what I am a panelist and my dedicated supporters are doing here. If not, normally nobody will want to talk about this. Normally, what Nigerians are doing, they talk about these things as affecting us in Nigeria once in a while. They throw it inside their broadcast. They just it's like referencing to something, you know. Just like I'm talking now, say, oh, there was a day I was coming from Lekki. There's this road that I pass once in a while, you know. But for you to dedicate your platform talking about politics every single day, most Nigerians won't do this. They won't do this. We'll be calling for more Nigerians to venture into this that can be consistent, you know, talking about what's affected. Normally, that's what we need so that the government can hear our voices more. But unfortunately, the people that are doing this is not even up to 2%. You know, while the remaining 98%, 50% of them are on social media talking about inconsequentials. If you think I'm lying, just, you know, go through all social media platforms every evening and see what people are talking about. So for me, I will continue to appreciate my people that is coming here. For me to have fans at all who want to listen to what is affecting us in Nigeria, to listen to Nigeria politics and all that, for me, now God, I go bless you now. Because normally, not everybody have interest in listening. I'm not even talking about running the broadcast. Now, some people, they don't even have interest in listening. Just say, I'm big. I'm not interested. Yes, I'm in Nigeria, and many people here don't talk about what is affecting them. So I don't know how they want us to change the country, or rather to have a better country. Is it by prayer, or how what their pastor bestowed on them that when we pray, now only God then go help this country? But that's what many of them believe on. We'll continue to do our part, like I've said numerous times. We'll just continue to do our part. You know, they don't like it. If I decide tomorrow I don't want to talk about politics anymore, the first people that will celebrate me stopping will be the Nigerian government. Oh, you don't know. In fact, I won't say Nigerian government. Let me say Nigerian political leaders. Yes. They'll be the first that will celebrate it. Say, thank God, though, that guy does stop. Make him enter house. Yes. That's how satanic people, land grabbers in those days celebrated me stopping, you know, to fight for them. In case you don't know, go do your research. They celebrated it. You know, somebody actually sent a recorded of Ohen for Horemi to me, how he was celebrating that the juju way he do, you know, now he make me stop to the talk about land grabbing. Say, thank God, say, a juju work because he's a native doctor, he's a babalawo person that is happy that the juju way he do don't pursue me enter house. Somebody recorded that and sent it to me. Just imagine that, you know. So many of them celebrated it because that's where they make their money from, land grabbing. So the same thing that the political leaders will do, that we celebrate if I and my wonderful panelists today stop talking about what is affecting us, they'll be the happiest people because that's what they want. And many Nigerians have succumbed to this deceitful acts. You know, yes, they are succumbed to it because at the end of the day, many of them, they are not paying interest because for a reason I don't know. And people, what do I know? I appreciate every one of you right there. Thanks for your time with us. In our busy schedule, we still try to keep to this, to be consistent, you know, here every day. I'm grateful to God and I'm grateful to every one of you, my mother and many of you right there encouraging us on air and off air doing this. Like I said, it's very, 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 very discouraging. It's very, very discouraging. Sometimes I come on air smiling, sometimes I come on air very sad, but sometimes I just put on a pretentious mask to just let you know that I'm happy, but I'm not happy because the best experience that you can get from anything is for you to be close to it. I'm in Nigeria, nothing is working here at all. It's very, very sad. You know, it's very, very sad. But I don't think I have the power to change it rather than utilizing the opportunity that I have today on YouTube to continue to speak truth to power. I'm a wonderful panelist. That's what we're doing. But I will urge many, in case you are listening to me today, you don't need to be here. For me, if I'm here, now only 3 people, they watch me, I'm good to go. Pass my message, more people will come later to watch it. Then I end the show. But I want to let you know, I'm calling you organically, you know, to start speaking. If you cannot join us here, maybe probably you hate Niger Wash, or you hate Mr. Jonathan, Mr. Alabo, or Black Panther, or Gassiem. Don't worry. We understand you hate us. You know, just use your platform to go live. Go live and talk about what is affecting us. Everybody cannot just be quiet and not speaking. Speak from your own platform. I've said this so many times. Even though you don't have a follower, you know, there's a way a message is saying that the kind of title you put in can be suggested by YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok to others to see that something they can listen. From their big platforms like me and many others that are bigger than me, we see it and give it, you know, a limelight, or rather showcase it for more people to see. So do your part. Just do your part. That's why we beg you sometimes here. Press on the like, because you hate Niger World, you hate Ogasim, you hate Mr. Jonathan or Black Panther or Mr. Alabo, give us a Made, Madarita, Mada Patricia. You say, no, I'm not going to share their video, or I'm not going to like. Let them go. It's not my business. No. You are not only doing us, you're doing yourself. Listen, anything that is wrong is wrong. If you support it because it's not directly affecting you today, don't worry. One day, that thing that you spared to continue will come to haunt you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, my people. I appreciate you all. Thanks for your time with us today. For those of you that will call it in, this is the best time for me to take calls. And for those of you that want to join the panel, it's just me and Mr. Alabo here. Please come in and let's talk about this right now. I have one more video to play, you know, before I can, you know, if calls comes in now before I play the video, I don't mind. If not, let's listen to this quickly.
For broad daylight, kidnapper, they're not just a shushu thing here. See, and don't even keep person for themselves. We don't know who they key. Now they hear they see gone. We don't know who they key. They don't keep person for ground. See, that truck so they hold and stand. Hey, everybody, they watch. They don't shoot person, no. They don't keep person.
The Nigerian state has gradually lost the monopoly of violence. Section 14, Section 2 says the role of the government is to protect people. Nigerian governments have finally shown that they cannot protect people again. And when that happens, there's anarchy in the land. This is anarchy. Anarchy is when 177 people were kidnapped and the government comes out to lie and deny that it never happened until the list was released. So anarchy is officially in the land.
No be film tricks, no be AI, real human beings. Because it gets to do with security, I cannot let this conversation pass by. Did you know that as at yesterday for inside Benin or a road, say attack happened, broad daylight, and kidnap people, even shoot somebody dead? Did you know how many newspapers cover them? How many news carry them? Well, this morning for Inside Arise Television morning show, for Inside What's Trending, Vimbai raised the conversation with evidence of the shooting they happened and people where they see and korokoro. If not, be say all of those, all those mechanics and all those truck drivers and where they park along some of those express roads, then for some side, then use, cover and side. The thing they ahead of them from, did they back? They don't even feel zoom reach where the thing did because their camera no reach that place. But you go feel see they hear the sound of the gun as the shooting they happen. This now waiting they happen for inside Nigeria. For inside Nigeria. And this is the reason why someone like Rufai Yoseni had to say this morning that anarchy is officially in Nigeria. Nothing you won't tell person. Anarchy don't in Nigeria officially. Because how do you explain the fact that non-state actors, broad daylight, go fit open for known expressway, one of the major expressways where connects East people, that is Igbo people, Southeast people, South people to the West. That is one of the major roads where connect them to the West. A very major and prominent road for Nigeria. Now this kind of thing they happen. And you say there is no anarchy in Nigeria. How non-state actors go feel they act like this, kidnap, go, no arrests made, no deterrent, so that other people no go do on tomorrow. There is anarchy. There is anarchy. How do you explain anarchy again? If you no go fit talk, if this kind of situation no means in anarchy, then what else is anarchy? How do you explain this kind of thing to a child that there is no anarchy? Person where they learn perhaps government or waiting they call them for school. A situation where be say kidnappers and armed robbers broad daylight, not be saying at nights. God who do us like this for inside Nigeria. I want to make on go cool down. Watch waiting happen for Arise Television this morning as Vimbai use raise the conversation. Rufai Yoseni put mouth inside. Ayo put mouth inside. Dr. Bati also put mouth inside. It is very sad. This is calling for awareness. In case you are an Igbo person, you're a South person, you're traveling through that route by road, be careful. The road transportation self no cheap. Over 40,000 to use travel from Lagos to South or to East. It dey expensive. The flight inko na die. Railroad inko wahala. We are person one from travel way safe for inside this country. You do flight wahala. You do road, you don't even dare eat. You say make you do train kukuma no connects southwest to south or even the east. This is very bad and we're calling for an awareness for this. If you see this video, please share it. Let people that you know back home see it. If you're back home, send it to your people abroad. Let people see it and know firsthand what is happening in Nigeria. It don't reach this level because it could be anybody's childhood died during this attack. We're not gonna go watch how Arise Television analyze this matter this morning. Go watch them.
A brazen daylight attack unfolded Thursday afternoon along the notorious Okada axis of the Benin-Ore Expressway in Edo State, as armed assailants opened fire on stalled traffic, killing at least one motorist and abducting several others in a terrifying scene captured on video. Let's take a look.
I'm a kidnapper. For broad daylight, kidnapper. They're not just a shooting here. See, they don't even keep person for themselves. We don't know who they key. Now they see gun. We don't know who they key. They don't keep person for ground. See, that truck so they hold and stand. Hey, everybody they watch. See, they don't shoot person. anything.
Well, there were also some follow-up clips from the scene that indicate that the assailants continued their operation even as Nigerian army personnel arrived, with sporadic gunfire still audible. The Benin-Ore Expressway, a major federal highway linking Edo State to Ondo and beyond, has long been identified as a high-risk corridor for armed robbery, kidnapping and banditry. Now, despite the presence of multiple security checkpoints, criminal groups continue to exploit heavy traffic, poor visibility in bushy areas and slow response times to carry out ambushes, often in broad daylight. Well, of course, this is the kind of story that generates several reactions. Let's go to X, where this user said, with the number of security checkpoints within this region, such incidents shouldn't even be occurring in the first place. It's scary, but also not completely surprising. Again, little to nothing might be done aside a press release statement and empty promises. The government's focus is on how to tax Nigerians. Well, PRO also tweeted and said every state needs active helicopters for an emergency response. Now, because we're still talking on insecurity, I'd like to tie this in with an event that you touched on earlier and that really shook many of us to the core yesterday here in Lagos State, as the State Police Command yesterday responded to reports from 3 private schools in the Ikeja area that reported that they had received distress messages from the same unknown WhatsApp number. Now, in response, the Commissioner of Police, CP Olohundare Jimo, mobilized and personally led a team of police operatives, including a team of experts from the command's explosive ordnance disposal, chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear EODCBRN, the rapid response squad, and other tactical teams to the school premises for on-the-spot assessment and security reinforcement. A sweep of the school environment, including classrooms, administrative offices, halls, playgrounds, and surrounding premises of each of the schools, was conducted by the experts to rule out the presence of improvised explosive devices or any other dangerous or suspicious materials. So the operation yielded no explosive or hazardous device, and the schools were consequently declared safe for continued academic and administrative activities. However, of course, we know that the students yesterday had already been evacuated early from the school premises, regular operations are said to continue today as police officers have now been deployed to each of those schools to guarantee their security. So we have an incident in Edo State on an expressway that has unfortunately now become notorious for various criminal activity. And then Lagos, closer to home. I never thought we'd, hear of a bomb scare so close, and we're looking at some of the most quality private schools that we have. Let me start with you, Rufai.
Zimbai, I kept on saying Jesus Christ because I know that road too well. I lived in Warri. I plied that road. We'll come on holidays through that road. I have slept on that road, not once, not twice, not 3 times. Benin Shagamu Expressway, the Ondo route up to Benin. In fact, I remember one particular episode in the 90s, I slept on that road. It was a contact set. It was a station wagon, Peugeot station wagon, and we had problems with the contact sets. I don't know if they still make cars that have contact sets again these days. It was a Peugeot station wagon, and we started to sleep on that road. We felt safe. We felt secure. Vimbai, today, you can hardly ply that road because of things like this. On the Ondo axis, there's so much happening. Now the Ore axis. I still had a friend that plied that road yesterday, and that's why my mind was not at rest. In fact, I had to ask him, hope you're okay. In fact, when I went to pee while we're on the air, I called him again. He said, my brother, you worry too much. I said, no.
But he heard about the incident, I'm sure.
But I heard about the incident. You see, this problem is deeper than what's on the surface. You know what it means? The Nigerian state has gradually lost the monopoly of violence. Section 14, subsection 2 says the role of the government is to protect people. Nigerian governments have finally shown that they cannot protect people again. And when that happens, there's anarchy in the land. This is anarchy. Anarchy is when 177 people were kidnapped and the government comes out to lie and deny that it never happened until the list was released. So anarchy is officially in the land. The question is if you are part of it, if you get affected, that's when you know the impacts. The people that died there are not just numbers, allegedly, because we don't even see it. So what can we do? The government, yes, America will help you, give you some. You should be able to effectively diversify
this, because all that you are doing apparently is not working.
How do you disabuse the minds of parents and guardians to take their wards back to school, especially because of the prevailing security situation or insecurity situation in the country? And that's why we said that it shouldn't be until it comes to our doorstep before we begin to see that this is a problem, because as we often say, it could happen anywhere. As long as insecurity remains a challenge in Nigeria, it could move from the north, where it is, where we talk about most commonly, to parts of the south. And that's why when you hear statements like this, people would believe it, whether or not it was a hoax, and it would cause fear and panic in people, because it is possible. So what we are calling for, when we keep saying, let there be, let the government address insecurity head-on and decisively across the country, this is the reason why we're saying that. It's interesting because I have relatives in some of the schools identified. Many people would know one or two people in these schools, so it's very prominent. But it's coming closer to home, and that's why every Nigerian must speak up, and the government, most importantly, must ask to act to ensure that we feel safe in our communities, in going to school. And I must mention the reason why school is important. We've said it before that, especially in the north where it's happened, there's a threat, there's an attack against education. And when you attack education in any nation, you attack the future, you attack the young people in any nation. We often talk about how the greatest resource in Nigeria are the young people, the youthful population. When you attack education, you attack the future of a nation. So it's a big statement right there. And so I'm hoping that this, yes, whilst we're saying, okay, security will be deployed, we're looking for its prevention. Very quickly on the Bini Ore road.
Let's round
just
it,
very
yes.
quickly.
Yeah.
Last year, August, about 13 people were kidnapped on that same road. All the kidnapped victims were rescued. However, the kidnappers were not apprehended. This is what we talk about when we say that it's beyond just saying, oh, we rescued, without going after the perpetrators. It would happen again. And that's a sad story of what's happened again, where we see that, this, altercation between the police and the criminals. I think it's important for us to keep on highlighting the fact that until Nigeria is safe, it has far-reaching impact on the economy, on the education, on the future of our nation.
Well, what happened on the Bini Ore Expressway, which is a major highway linking the west to the east? I mean, most people, it's not just between Ore, between Ondo State and Edo State. It's from Lagos all the way down to the south side. This is the challenge of insecurity that we face in the country.
Unayeram, for those of you that is supporting that your governor is just 8 months, 9 months, 10 months, 1 year in office or whatever, I believe you are aware that this news that I just played is affecting you more than every other person, or rather any other person in Nigeria right now. Bini Ore Road have been on the news for years. Kidnapping, armed robbery, a lot have been going on there. I believe you are aware of this. Like I've said so many times, I will say it again, that the evil you support today will come to haunt you tomorrow. There's no two ways about it. You cannot escape it. I will just read this again to you so that you know where we are coming from. A man could become the next victim of the evil he celebrates today. Don't defend evil because it favors you now. It could work against you the next minute. Because when it's favoring you, you are selective on what to give submission on, or rather what to defend. When it's not favoring you, you cried out, you want people to join you to cry. No, life shouldn't be like that. But nevertheless, I'll allow my people to speak on this that I've presented today. I appreciate every one of you. Those of you that want to call in, you only have 1 minute to do so. If not, moving straight to the panel so that my panelists can start speaking to us. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to every one of you right there. You have the dollar sign there in case you want to support us. My what is it called? Nigeria account number is also there. Just put on the screen. Some of you ask, I don't remember to showcase this. I always just subscribe. What do you call it? Super chat us. That's it. But it's there. If Naira is the most convenient part of it, you can do so to encourage what we do here. Yes, I appreciate you all, my people. Now God, now God bless you now. But meanwhile, let me quickly move to the panelists so that we can start talking. I'm happy that I have two my wonderful panelists already with me here. Mr. Alabo is with me, and Oga Prince Collins is with me as well. So I believe they will pave way for more to come in if that is what will happen. Remember, it's Friday. If we close in the next 20 minutes, me and go happy where we're gonna weekend now we do already day. Yes, even though I'm not a baller, someone who club, who party, who go anywhere, but yeah, I would just like to relax and do something else, or rather just watch TV. Yes, but nevertheless, I appreciate you all. Mr. Alabo, please talk to us. Good evening to you. Before you move on, let me quickly appreciate Mother Peggy Monday. Mother Peggy Monday, thank you very much, ma. God bless you. Thanks for all that you do. I'm very, very grateful. Is it possible for me to ask that 3 persons that have never ever super chatted me before, super chat me today? 3 persons, just 3 persons. If that $1 you put, no worry, I don't mind. Just at least show yourself. You never ever clicked that dollar sign before. Do it today. Click it. There's the super chat start from $1. That 3 persons will be $3. Just do it. Let it be there. Eh? People who super chat me on this platform are same people. Same people. And I believe many of you are already aware that they are same people because I mention their names here. I appreciate them all the time. So you are used to that names now. So 3 persons, you know yourself. If you know, say you never super chat me before, do it today. Make we pray for you. Eh? Just do one. I'm not going to mention names. So people they here, they see una. You never ever click on that one day. It's like, I am not interested. I heard they talk about for you, maybe that waiting day of mind, but I heard they assume. Like, no, I will never do it. Remember, it is a prayer for you to be part of people's success. You know what that means? If you don't, for example, you deliberately choose not to be part of that success, the person will still be successful anyway, but the blessings will not come to you because you are not part of it. I don't know if you get it. So, there are some people who come to our platform. They are not here to support anything that we are doing here. They are here patiently waiting for themselves to fail. No, it's not nice. You know, if you know you have never super chatted me before, see now, I see another super chat now. It's still the same person and one of the people that have always been super chatting me on this platform. Mother Stella, I must say, I'm very, very grateful, man. God bless you. Your pocket never run dry. You see, I'm looking for somebody we never do before. Eh? What person we never super chat me before? Now they talk. Eh? But I still like myself, we don't have been there tele alongside with others that be doing it. I want to see a new name today. A new name. Do one. We have one life to live. Don't be too stiff. Don't be too angry. Eh? Not today this world. Eh? Just do it. Let my people pray for you. Let me pray for you. Let me appreciate you. $1, I tell you, $1. Eh? You can't look like child they beg now. I just want you to be part of it. I want you to be part of it that, yes, I'm part of Mr. Nigerians or Mr. Elvis's success. It's a good thing now. Don't you think so? Eh? See, they don't mind me. Let me go to likes. This one. Now, this one I go shock on a pass now. Myself, maybe people don't like today. Let's see. And this one. See, only 50 people now don't like these brokers. 50. Only 50. Eh? Only 50 people don't like these brokers. Now 50 people they watch also. Eh? Only 50. What happened to the rest? You know if you super chat, you know if you press like, and you are happy to listen to our submission. It's not fair now. Eh? If not YouTube that had been sustaining us, in terms of sharing, YouTube has suggested all our video. 80% of awareness given to us are now from YouTube. I'm happy that they created the technology like that. Because if you're hard, if you relied on human being, you are in trouble. If you're hard, let's say maybe you don't like, because initially when YouTube started, if you don't like your video, nobody will see it. If you don't share, nobody will see it. But YouTube, when I say they don't know now, say they get some community where people for wicked, they know they like, they go watch you for forever and ever. They not go like your broker. Now they come introduce another robot where they do them, where they suggest our videos. you know, on their own. Sam, let me see here. Maybe a new person has super chat me. This one, I want to go after that. No, you know they do tele. And God will bless you, sir. I'm grateful. I want to go Ferdinand that have been super chatting me now for the past 5 years, if I'm not mistaken. I'm talking about new person. New person. Press Sam. See everybody where you super chat. So they are my people. They have been there. Understand? Like most of them don't have been there. Manda Peggy Modi, Manda Lady Gigina, they have been there. Tele people that you have to see. So Stephanie Ojek, tele, see them. I'm looking for you will not be tele. People go still know, say you are new. I be say three. Okay, man, reduce that to only one. Not be three anymore. Only one. Hija! Now hatred be this, I be you are just naturally selfish. No, I'm not sure say this one is selfishness. So cannot believe anybody where they watch me will not get $1. They say this one are hatred. You know you like us for here. You hear by the comment or they watch us. Press Sam. Oga Passer they laugh. Oga Passer don't this me tele. So if he even drop today, now I not go shock. If he not drop, I not go shock. I dey talk of person where you know you dey here. Do am. Say, okay, I'm here. We will have sometime we'll be here. We have 500 people watching, 600 people watching, 300 people watching. Same people in that circle that be super chatting me. I pray God touch your heart to know that we are doing a wonderful job here. You know, I don't call tired, my throat don't dry. Might go find water, drink, make the money when they don't give me for here, now my wonderful people might go use and buy better cold water, make I drink. My throat don't dry already. They don't mind me. You know, see, they say if you talk, you don't tire, enter house. Don't worry, I'm not going to enter house. Conversation is going to start right now. Thank you very much, my people. Now God and God bless you now. Mr. Alabo, you have the platform, sir. Good evening to you.
Good evening, my brother. God bless you for what you do. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. And thank you. And God bless your beloved wife and your children and your backroom staff. God bless everyone. My mommy diaspora. Everyone on the comment section helping us to push this forward, a message forward. I beg, don't allow only robot AI to the push them. Help us to share. The more you recommend this message, the more you spread the good news. Our aim coming here is to get a better Nigeria, a new Nigeria that you dream of, even better than UK, better than US. Where you will have a better life that all that developed nation will jealous us. That is the country we are all believing God and fighting for. We are not just believing God, we are still putting it into practice by coming out here every day to speak. It is not easy for what Mr. Evans is doing. Running life every day, it's not easy. I run social media. Anything concerning politics, nobody is helping you to recommend it. It will give you nothing. You will make video that is very interesting.
Mr. Labo, God will bless you. As you speak, so I'm very happy. God bless you.
You might
because
get
be like saying now
$0,
let me talk as I performer.
0 point something cent, Mr. Evans. You look at the resources you put in doing. So you think here is this because of money. No. You want a better Nigeria. The only way we can encourage you, like you always said, God bless you is something. If your heart touch you to support financially, it's something. And you sharing the video, you are doing your own part because his aim is to push the message to every looks and crannies of our country, for every Nigeria across the world, not just Nigeria, and everyone to know what we are going through. So you sharing the message, giving the hit like button is very important. So I will encourage us to support. That is the only way we can motivate him and encourage him to come out the next day. Thank you, Mr. Elvis, for what you do. God bless you. Your pocket will never run dry.
Thank you.
Nigerians.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. I really do appreciate you. Thank you, sir. All right. Thank you.
You know, a new Nigeria we are all talking about is possible and is coming out. That new Nigeria is possible. And together.
I beg, Mr. Alabo, I beg, hold on. Hold on.
Okay.
I beg. Make I address Seven Girlmede and Mr. Paul. You know, Seven Girlmede have been super chatting me now for tele. Mr. Paul have been super chatting me now. Mr. Paul is not just super chatting me, he's very encouraging person, both on air and off air. You know, I ask for person where you day here, you never press that dollar sign before. Press dollar sign today. $1 is enough. Make we pray for you. Because that $1, no, it will be a blessing in my life. Now that one I make you no one give me so. Because you know, say, you don't want to be part of my blessing. Let me tell you, brother, you give me, you not give me, you know if you stop the blessing. So why can't you just be part of the blessing? That's it. Thank you very much, Mr. Paul. Thank you, Oga Seven Girlmede. I'm very, very grateful. Go ahead, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Nigel. Yeah, Ogapo, thank you, every one of you. We believe more are still coming. Let us, your encouragement is welcome. And you can see, Mr. Elvis not a greedy man. The man where they appreciate the little way you do. So we thank every one of you who are supporting financially. That new Nigeria, Mr. Oraka talk about it. He will believe it. It's possible. When you see me coming out here every day and I tell you new Nigeria is possible, most of you would think it is not possible. It's possible. Tinubu is doing everything possible for him to get the country through the back door. He got it through the back door and he wants to continue with it through the back door. That is the only strategy. So he doesn't have any genuine to say he's a smart person. I don't know how we rate people who are smart. You rate somebody, you see somebody go through somebody protect us, pierce his head through, do like this, squeeze him, and they go rob, he's saying a smart boy. I don't know how. Then the man that is manufacturing cars, doing a lot of things that you are having, the beautiful internet you are using, smart gadget you are using. What do you call those ones? You don't even recognize them. But we recognize corrupt politicians and we call them smart. Smart in wrongdoing. That is what you know them for. A man rigging election, you call him a smart, a master strategy. A man is destroying political party and democracy, which they pretend they fought for, and you call them Mr. Strategy. As far as I'm concerned, those of you who are giving him those accolades, celebrating them for doing evil, the same way they are rating Wike, and like his political destiny is a strong, is a distance. In what way? Is he doing it in the right way? Why can't we appreciate a student who is doing very well in primary 6, a young boy who is building a car in secondary school? Those are people you go and find and see them to say, yes, these are smart people. And you derive your inspiration from them, not from corrupt politicians. One thing you people do not know, let me give you, sometimes let's leave maybe the scenario or what happened, the secret or things that people do not want to tell us about Gaddafi. I want you to look about most people, they see them as tough people who are dictators. Look at the life of their children. Look at what the evil that their parents did. Do you know what Gaddafi's children, they suffered because of the perceived things that people feel Gaddafi done that affected both his children? They don't want to hear the name just Gaddafi. I want you to understand, as people are running, Tinubu is celebrating today, walking around. If his father is found guilty in any way and the world, Donald Trump or everybody, world nation, declare him anything, both him and his children, both if you like, you are a UK citizen, you are everything, is going to come on you. You are one way affected. So this message is for most of you who think your father is a corrupt politician and you are encouraging it and clapping for them doing the evil. When the empire will collapse, you will collapse with it. You think it's just ordinary saying the evil you encourage today may work against you tomorrow. It is not just a word. It's some. All the children, as people are crying for Wike today, those is children that is following them. When the empire collapse, all of them, they will disappear. They will disappear. You will be ashamed to even be walking on the road. When people see you, when you think your father will cause the pain of people, terrorize country, and affect the country in a negative way, and you think people will see your children or hear that name of your name to link to this thing. So you stay in your house, you think your father is a governor. You are enjoying the resources today. You are driving limousine, driving BB car, Rolls Royce. It's just temporary. The evil of your father will befall you. It will affect you because you are a beneficiary and you refuse to kick yourself out of it. You can move out of it. You can say, I don't support this money that came in a wrong way. And you walk away. It has happened. Some big men will say, the way my father got this money, I'm not interested. And they went their way to go and struggle for their life. And you will wonder and say, yeah, but your father is so rich. Why are you coming here working with us? They will tell you, don't understand, don't worry. I want to walk my own. It's what we call integrity. It's not the one we will be saying integrity, Mr. Integrity. That is not what we are after today. So you who is sitting down encouraging this evil, sitting down supporting the corrupt politicians to continue their wrongdoing. When this empire will collapse, see, power is transient. People come, people go. This one will come and this one will go. Babangida would think when he was a president, so head of state, they came into a illegal way, overthrow another corrupt military man, which is Buhari, and to go. All of them will think it is going to be forever. If you tell him today he will be on the wheelchair struggling, he will not believe you. So everything comes and goes. So you that is reigning today, Obasanjo was reigning. Today his time has passed. For you today, you're thinking it's Tinubu. It will come and go. You think, yes, we. It will come and go, but the evil and things you've done, that thing will stand. And people will not forget that evil that you have done. So the name of your generation to come, Nigeria and the society will never forgive them. So continue to encourage the evil that your corrupt politicians are doing. Continue to encourage it. Don't speak and condemn your father for doing evil. Then you want to keep quiet and support them, enjoying the luxury life, the big life. Just watch out what is coming after you. When masses in Nigeria are suffering, people are dying on the road. Look at the state of Nigeria today, where criminal will come out in a day. So is this one a surprise to us? What happened to Bini Orewe? When people are telling us that these people are already in the West, they're already in the South, do you think it was a joke? They are within you. They are inside you. They are living with you. They are everywhere in Nigeria. So when you think that if this is what is happening, it don't concern me because I'm APC, I have 2 policemen guiding me and my children. When it happens, those policemen may not be able to defend you. That is one thing you should understand. It is for everyone. It is for you to come out today. Whether you are APC, does not mean because your leader is doing something in the wrong way that you cannot come out and speak against them and criticize them to do the good thing so that the name of your party will fly. Because if you protect it and hold your party accountable to do the right thing, you may be the beneficiary of it tomorrow. If APC is destroyed today and you say you are a party member because you believe in illegality, how will you stand on the platform? Buhari was running the country down. Tinubu have ambition of becoming a president. He allowed Buhari to run the country down. And he came to Nigeria and telling us he want to build on destruction. It affected him if not for rigging. Because Nigeria disliked, it was lies APC brought to Nigeria. Change was a lie. It was a change to take us backward. So how will you stand on that ground today? You are APC member. To be telling Nigeria tomorrow, why don't you build your political party on a good ground, on truth, and make good policy that will impact the life of Nigerians effectively? Why are you sitting there encouraging evil because you are the corridor of power? How are you going to stand tomorrow to contest election? Simple. How will you convince people? But because every one of them believe they want to rig election, so they don't care about the image of the political party, the vehicle they want to use and come into power. They just care about what they want to take. Then they damn the masses. Because we have captured the institution, we control the INEC, we control the police, the military, we control the court, and we control some gullible, useless Nigerians who still follow them like flies that want to go to the grave with a corpse. That is why we are suffering today. So if you think you are in this political party today, you are here, you are the corridor of power, and you are a beneficiary of all these things, and you fail to make your house a good one, it will still affect you and your children tomorrow. You will still suffer for it. If anybody to tell Malami, an attorney general of the Nigeria, of the Federation, the Attorney General, I don't know if most of you remember who this Malami is. Is the one that single-handedly removed the former EFCC boss and bring his younger brother, his younger cousin. Brought him because Jarawa wanted to expose him of Abacha loot that is coinciding to himself, putting it to his own personal use.
Mr. Alabo, hold on, sir. Sorry. Hello, sir.
Hello. Good evening, Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir. Good evening to you, sir. Please talk to us.
Please, I just want to tell you something.
Okay.
Because you are campaigning for your. You people, we don't know how to stay in Europe. Let them go and register back home. So that ADC, you are complaining, you want him to win. You people will fool all the states. You distributed yourself to all the states. So that when they are voting for doing the delegate, out of you will be member of the delegate. But if you just stay there, because I don't see what Obi has done to deserve him to be a president of Nigeria. I don't want to go into that. Even in Anambra, you can't live in Anambra. I don't want to go into that. But you people don't campaign on TV or this thing. Go to your different local government, your different state, go and register. It's delegate. When you people have delegate, you will win. But you can't win the whole thing, but you will win to the ADC or anything. But you want it free. Just appoint to be. No, they're not doing it. You have to go on delegate. Go and register. Local government, everywhere. Register yourself. We have 36 states in the federation, including state making Abuja. Let lots of people go and register so that you'll be part of the delegates they will use. But by campaigning like this, nobody can give the presidential out. No party without doing somebody. Okay?
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. All right. I would like you people to contribute to respond to that submission from that caller, saying that no matter how we are talking without not registering, we are not going anywhere. But before that, Mr. Alabo, let me appreciate. Finally, we got two persons that have never super chatted me before, if I'm not mistaken. I said, damn, don't super chat me before, but I can't remember. Said, damn, you know, this your own BS gate. I'm not sure so you don't do before, but my mind is telling you you don't do one before. But you are not frequent or you've never. But I will categorize you as new today to fulfill my expectation and my desire. So then I will now have Ifi, you know, Ifi or Ma Lomoya. Never ever give us money before. Today, if he say, I will break the yoke, I will put the devil to shame and put smile on the face of my brother. I want to say I'm grateful, I'm grateful, Saddam, and God now go bless you now for me. Thank you so much for answering to my call. Yes, I want to see this sometimes. People that we've never seen before respond to our call. This goes a long way. It means a lot to me. And God now go bless you now. Thank you very much. Mr. Alabo, thank you, sir.
Mr. Elvis.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I disagree with the caller with some things to an extent.
Okay.
And we invite him to come to this panel and tell Nigerians what he wants to tell Nigerians about Peter Obi. It's not a saying on the phone that he doesn't want to go. We give you opportunity for this.
Tinubu supporter.
He should come here now and tell Nigerians. And I want to give him this mail. I know he's listening to me. If you build your house and build a better house and your children came and turned that house into something else, but you are a good man, will somebody refer to you as an unsuccessful person or you did not do anything for your life or leave any legacy? That is what I will leave for you to take back to your
All right, let me come in, Mr. Elvis.
Hold on. We have someone on the phone. Just hold on. You will call me, sir. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Oji. Good evening to you, sir. Talk to us.
I greet everybody.
Yes,
I greet Alabo, Mr. Madam. I've forgotten her name again. I've forgotten her name. I greet everybody. I'm Mommy as well. I just want to add to what that fellow, that phone call. So what I want you to tell Mr. Alabo, please. Sometimes when we have people who are coming up with a different scenario, it's like an advice. It's not as if he's saying whatever he's saying in definite. With what is going on, to be frank, I too, my mind is not at rest at all because this is the only continue till 2031. Our president, I don't know how the country will be. Only God knows. Only God knows. Because this man, the man we have in America is a transitional president. And once he sees people who are able to let go of their assets, he will back down. He will not do what the populace want. So, to me, I think obedient now is the state chain. Atiku is already bribing up the state chairman of ADC. And to be a of all those states and their influences. That's the problem we have now. I don't know. I don't know. I must be frank. It's so difficult. And this old man now, he cannot wait because he's now, he's going to be 81. How can he wait again? He can't wait till 2031. This is the only chance for him to fulfill his ambition to be the Nigerian president, which is Atiku. I don't know. I just don't know, Mr. Elvis.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Joseph Oji. God bless you, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. Mr. Alabo and Prince Collins, you can talk between yourselves so that
Mr. Elvis,
we can round up on time.
All right, let me quickly, Mr. Alabo, let me contribute to what the last caller said, the other caller. You see, the advice he gave, that advice is not far from the truth. But before I proceed, Mr. Elvis, I want to say,
yes, sir.
I greet you. May God bless you. Because I don't feel well. Shall be well with you. May God continue to strengthen you. Yeah, so you see what that man said is not far from the truth. You see, the only way you can change the narrative of politics is to participate. And participating has to do with active participation, being on ground and changing the system with what you have. And what you have has to do with your intelligence, your ability, your capacity, and your financial commitments. And in Nigeria politics today, with what is happening there, the only way you can protect your vote is to also be on ground. You see, what happened to us in 2023 is nothing more than the fact that we didn't have people on ground to protect our vote. The electorate voted massively. Am I lying? They voted massively. They did their best. People was in the rain. People were in the storm. People were on the gunpoint voting to make a change. But what happened? The vote and the power of the electorate was truncated. And a situation whereby things like that happen, what do you expect the electorate to do? They just go home and relax. They said they want to go on the street, but because of the system that we belong to, they said no. Our principal said no, we shouldn't go on the street because by now they would have been holding captive somewhere. So the whole system, we know the way it is, and to make it work is for us to go down. If you look at what is happening right now, probably I'll just give my submission through this bit. If you look at what is happening right now, look at the whole system. Nigeria has become one-party system. Out of 36 states, about 28 is already APC. So looking at what power of incumbency can do, what kind of change do you expect? How can you alter the intention of this present government? If you look at it vividly, if you critically imagine what is going on now, what is your way out? There's no way out. At times we talk, when we are talking, it's as if maybe magic is going to happen. There is no magic that's going to happen. There's been on ground. Manipulation have started. I saw the presentation of one guy. I can't remember his name. I always forget his name. Mr. Evans, you tell me, the other guy that spoke about ringing has already started. So you see, that ringing that have started is not a joke. That is exactly what they do every time. When it comes to election, when it is less than 16 months to election, they start the ringing. That is the underground ringing. Because somebody caught that man, that is why the man is on the media. Thousands of people are doing it that are not seen right now. That is Nigeria for you. That is why we are talking about changing the narrative through the electoral system, transparency, and free and fair election. Anything that is under that atmosphere, it will work. Especially those of us that have tested what is called democracy in Western world. I imagine when some of us come back after 2023 with the kind of stress they made us pass through, some people will still believe that this system, this very system of cabal, this system of Jagaban, the planned manipulated system right now that is going on that we are seeing, people will still be hopeful that things are still going to be done. If you look at what is happening now, the election it's already been ringed. They are trying to ring our principal out now. They try to make sure that he has no ground where he's going to stand. That is what they are doing. That is what they are doing because they know his power, they know his strength, they know that wherever he goes, the electorate go with him. So what they are planning to do now is to make sure that he has no party. That is the intention. So if you look at it, it is the play, it is the drama, those that are on ground, that are the political players, the actors. They know what they are doing. They will marginalize you and keep you somewhere if you are relevant because they don't want you to come and change this narrative. That is why Trump and his cabinet have vividly looked at it back and front, up and down. They've zeroed it to disintegration. You know, these people, they own the democracy. They are the founders of democracy. America and Britain, they found democracy. So when these people give you an exemplary measures of the steps to take, don't joke with it. But can Nigeria carry it out? Do we have the political will to do this disintegration? We are going nowhere. We will say this same story in 4 years' time. We are going nowhere. I don't know why it's difficult for people to understand that we are going nowhere. Those that are good in that nation will never prosper. The bad ones will make sure they sink them to the last position. The time will come, Obi will get tired and go back to his business because he's not gaining anything apart from coming to feast the nation. So a lot of people have come and gone. So whatever that has been on the system, you can see what he has passed through so far. He's so resilient. There are no two persons like him. You can't get people like that. People are not patient to that extent. People are not born to be, strictly, resilient and keep to their, be consistent at all time. There are very few people like that. That is why you see that he's still there. They want to oppress him to the last. Look at the kind of big cap somewhere. They've got to keep him where we cannot even reach it. So these are exemplary measures of what is to come to us. Look at the whole state right now. There is destruction everywhere. There is kidnapping. There is adoption. There is robbery. There is buying up and down. Everywhere is insecure. Lagos Road is insecure. Ibadan Road is insecure. Or is not insecure. Benito Wari is insecure. We are still saying hope. I don't understand. The country should disintegrate right away. It's not working. It's not functioning. There is no functional system that I'm seeing. What is going on? What is wrong with us? What is wrong with Nigerians? Where are we? What is our reasonable faculty? Why is it that we can't reason and see what is going on? Social media is enough to present what we have on ground, and that is an evidence for us to bring about a change that we want to bring. If we want anybody that want this country to change, the fact that we are speaking on social media, fine, educating the people. But ask yourself, how many people have access to media in Nigeria? The common Hausa man, the common Northerner, the common Fulani man have no telephone, Nokia, 3310. They don't have it. They can't have access to all this information. So when you are on ground, you educate them, you tell them what to do. So being on ground is 50 or 60% participation. So if somebody says, yes, we have to be on ground to go and be a delegate, to go and be whatever, it's not speaking out of context. He's speaking the fact because that is what it is. What is transformation? Transformation is done by the people, and that is the essence of democracy. Government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The people does the transformation. Innovation is done by humans. It's not done by robots. It's not done by magic. It's not done by dream. It's not done by prayer. Innovation is done by physical approach to things. Change the narrative physically. Approach it and let it change. So I can't imagine people still talking about 2027 when Jagaban is already preparing a budget for 2028. So I don't know what is going on. That is why I am being depressed on a daily basis when I think about it. That is why at times I just roll it away. Because when you keep thinking about something that you have no solution, you become absolutely depressed because people are suffering. Come on, let me tell you one thing. If not for those in diaspora, Nigeria would have been fire. I think those in diaspora are even contributing to the downfall of Nigeria. If the money that comes from the diaspora stops, the next day Nigeria will be on fire. Because the havoc that these politicians are doing, the kind of havoc they are unleashing on the people the masses from diaspora, they pump in their finance, their income to calm people down because we've got families there, we are feeding them. We have taken the responsibility of government. Those in diaspora, we have taken the responsibility of government. The government do nothing. They don't even provide not even single water. Water is the lowest thing that you can see that is free. The only thing they cannot take away from us is just breathing. They can't take it because that is naturally made. Is God. God did that one. It's divine. Otherwise, they will take it from us. We don't have water. We don't have light. We don't have road. We don't have hospitals. We don't have health. We don't have food. We don't even have the simplest thing that is insecurity. We don't have it anymore. So if not for the diaspora, Nigeria would have been another thing else. Okay, so if the diaspora can stop sending in money, you will see what will happen because we are taking over the responsibility of the government.
Prince Collins. Prince Collins, that one is not possible. You can't tell somebody who wants to invest in Nigeria, who is building a house, building a hotel, or making a lot of investment infrastructure. Or
not that side. That side is a different investment. Is different.
Check it. Let me say this.
Wait,
When
now
you talk
somebody
about
that
when you talk about
has a
when you talk
mother
about
in
the diaspora,
Nigeria,
let me tell you,
you
for
will
instance,
say
I want to use
because a
myself.
government want to
Hold on, let me use
take care
myself.
of Nigeria,
Let me
the
use
mother, he
myself.
shouldn't send money to his mother.
No, I'm not saying I'm just telling you that if not for diaspora, people would have been dying walking on the streets as I'm talking to you. Because 70% of those that live, that eat and feed themselves, they get money from the diaspora. Can you dispute that? And that is
Yeah,
exactly
they
why.
get, but you can't say they should stop. You can say, okay,
No,
extending to
we
some
can't stop it.
people
I can't. I'm not saying
that.
they should. So don't quote me. Don't quote me wrong. I can't say
So that is
they
what
are
you
not
say. You
stopping
said
it.
diaspora should stop sending
I
money.
said
That
if
is
the diaspora should stop sending money, if the diaspora should stop sending money, such thing will happen.
okay. Okay, for the other one, Prince Collins, let me explain something to you.
Yeah.
I don't know if you have been involved in obedient movement. APC was formed, and when APC formed, there was an agreement, and not APC, ADC, sorry. There was an agreement on how the primary election will come to stand, and if it will go through the consensus candidate, or it will go through an open election where you will do like you will go to every grassroots, everywhere will vote and do those ones. And there is agreement that there is no way you will compromise the system. And if that is perceived, then something will happen before you see people going into ADC. And let me tell you, there are something APC is struggling. They think Tinubu is smart, Obi is smarter. So one thing you don't understand, they will continue to be dreaming. Who told them that obedient are not in ADC? If it is going to be an open election that they will do from word to word to give out a presidential candidate who will pick for the primaries, ADC know that that one is a straight way. Peter Obi have taken. So now there is already ESCOs in the place who are standing in. So do you say because ADC are obedient are in there now, we should go and push those ones away who are taking care from this thing? Because we don't see them as it is now. That is not the option. It is not an option for only ESCOs to go and be the delegate. No. If it is like that, then that will be the end of it. So there is not everything people come out to discuss. So if election happen today through the way ADC want to conduct, it will not be possible for Atiku. Obedient are everywhere. No matter how you want to buy in that way that the primaries, they agree. So leave it for APC. APC are looking to find out what is happening, how are they going to. They will carry out all these things is something coming out from APC supporters. They want to know which plan did Obi have. But I want you to be patient. It's good advice. Where I'm coming on that person and I'm saying I disagree is on the one he said Obi did not do anything and but he doesn't want to go to that. That is the area I said he would have come to this platform and come and tell us. That was why I gave him that example. If he has built his mansion.
On that area, doesn't know what he's saying. So I didn't even.
So if he has built his house, Prince Collins asked him, he built a mansion and he did everything, give his children better education. And he's sitting down there and children destroy every of the foundation. Would they call him that he did not do anything?
Yeah,
so that is
it's just like somebody who say that Obasanjo as a president didn't do anything. You know,
that is the thing they will do. When he governed Anambra, people saw what happened. People saw with little resources. If it
the
was
money will be left. The money will be left in the treasury. The money will be left in the treasury. No states apart from
no state. If it is now that Soludo is swimming with money, the money Anambra
no
is
state has
having
ever
today,
left
Prince
such money.
Collins. If it is Obi that is sitting there in Anambra in today, even then that people during his time, people even in university safe, plenty of universities in 2003 or not those 126 have not even got in deeply. Even people who study computer science, you will not even see access to computer. But Obi did that in primary and secondary. That is then. So that is the area I'm telling him. He would have come to this platform, come and tell you. So because those are propaganda, you just want to destroy somebody's name, say he doesn't want to go. I mean,
With that one,
he doesn't have anything he want to say.
It's supposed to say that kind of APC. It's supposed to say that APC be that now. You know nothing. APC more.
That is it. So you will come, leave them, let you continue dreaming. That is my own. There is a
Yeah,
plan
it's just
before
like
Obi
it's just
move
like
to ADC. There is a plan on ground. And if ADC mess up and do, it's not everything people are saying on social media. They call Tinubu a master strategy, but it will be a dream for him. So you people should not worry. Obedient are working. Obedient are fully in ADC. Obedient are fully in ADC.
you
So
see,
if that process will come in,
Mr. Labo, you are right. What you are saying, you are right. You see, my problem is this. Let me emphasize the issue I have. You see, the body of whatever party, whether ADC or coalition they are going to form, is strong. That one is certain. I have no doubt about that. And at this, if I categorize it from this present moment, if I look at, more forget all this grammar matter. Paper is not cut tongue. If we look at where we'll see and say the plan where they plan now, where we say if any power we did for ADC, no matter how strong they be, then fit turn around like area of getting some governor, just like as a Labour did in 2023 when you have people that were Okada rather that didn't even spend money in the election that won election because of Peter Obi's influence. People we don't even know what it be, where they want to survive. When people say somebody for not, they drive Okada, they go now, they can't call and say we make it come because the vote was the vote of the members of House of Reps and House of Assembly was was transmitted almost immediately as at the time they were voting. They transmitted it and it was a real-time result that was seen at the local government level, at the state level, at the federal constituency level, at the legislative arms level, and all that. But we are supposed to know that the key issue that we've got is the number one man of this nation. That is where people are getting it wrong, because the picture that people are seeing is the holistic approach to the whole thing. But I don't see the holistic approach, because during the level of legislation, governorship, or whatever, or local government council, manipulation can take place there. There might be there might be let me learn. There might be
let me just acknowledge Mr. Joseph Oji. Thank you for supporting Mr. Elvis and supporting Niger Watch Media family. God bless you for your super chat.
God bless you.
Okay.
God bless you. God bless you, my brother, for the support. And God bless you in the comment section. You see, those guys, things will change for all those areas. You see, the problem when I get when they give me a the presidency. You see this presidency, so this INEC chairman we president appoints, just like Mahmoud Yakubu do or did, what Mahmoud Yakubu do. Now Jagaban go use this guy to do. Jagaban don't care about anything will happen for the state, but may they deliver for them for federal level. May they the worst of all. Wait now. Wait me I tell you. Wait me allow. See where the problem they dey. Wait me I finish. So know where the problem they dey, because people need to know where problem they dey, because this is social media that we need to educate them. We need to know where the problem, so that they know how to tackle it. Where the problem is them announcing the winner when the coalition is still on. They announce winner when coalition is still on, then they tell you to go to court. That is where the problem. And the judiciary has failed. The judiciary is nothing right now. So that is my problem, whereby somebody will come out, ring election, thwart the effort of everybody and say go to court. That is my problem. Because you see all this power of incumbency, governors here and there. The governors will all try to deliver for Jagaban. Even if some of them fail, they will deliver for him, because they will make sure the last election that we had, there was still coalition overnight around 4 o'clock early in the morning. They announced Jagaban that he was a winner. Then we now went to court his honor. So if such thing happened again, have we been able to straighten the judiciary to actually do the right thing? Is the INEC in proper? Normally, the
Prince
INEC is not.
Collins.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead.
Prince
I hear you.
Collins, my brother. You see, when leader speaks, you know words are powerful. You see, leaders will speak to you in a way is for you to think. Think about the word and the things they say. Obi have told you. Did Obi tell you that kind of a message last time? Several times. Go and check how many times Obi have talked about what will happen to those who want to rig election. What message is the leader sending to you? What Nigeria are going through today is nothing to compare under Buhari. So it's a different thing entirely, my brother. Obedient have taken the message. Majority of Nigeria, they have understand the message. He has told you, I am not going to court. In other words, we don't trust the system anymore. But in all means necessary, we will resist anyone that want to rig the election. What message again do you want a leader to tell you?
So
do you want to be to tell Nigerians go and get your
emphasize now, Mr. Labo, you are trying to emphasize now that Obi have said once beaten, twice shy. Is that not?
That is, see, when people are we have to process it and understand and think about this thing entirely. Think about it. That is the only way. You have to take that message. It's not just a message. It's telling you we will resist. It did not just stop there. He said by means necessary. Go and Google it and check how many times they have talked about the consequences of those that will come upon those people and how it will be for them that will think of rigging the election. We know this is the plan of APC. But Nigerians starting up, you might say, which of the Nigerians? When that time comes, nobody will tell you. It starts with somebody. And once it starts, you don't know where the spirit comes upon you when you don't even think. And start with someone on the media. And they landed somewhere. What happened in 2023? He said, I believe in the system. I was impeached several times. And the system, this court system, brought me back. Let me go and try it. Everybody, even a very dark man told you now, he told you that every one of them were waiting to protest before Obi came and said this. And people stop. But now the person have told you, I'm ahead of time. He have told you that I don't believe in this system anymore. And he's sending a message to people who want to rig election. People have been waiting for him to speak this in this way. He's coming out tough now on this. What message again do you want? And that thing is there. Prince Collins, you're talking about the Okada people having that, taking advantage. Like people like who did a criminal thing in US, they come back. People like Imaswe in Edo State benefit from the system today. They betray the obedient movement. It's no more like that. And that's why I'm telling Nigerians get involved. Why do you think we have people now? In Obedient Portal, we have people who have already indicated their interest. Obedience have scrutinized them. They have checked your CV, your credentials. We don't want anybody to come. Obedience will fact-check you first ahead of time. Obedience have collapsed the structure for the Obedient movement for the ADC with the people who have already indicated their interest of running. If primary comes today, it's those people that have been already screened there who come out and will support them. So it's going to be people who are clean, who are tested internally before coming out. So this is so it's not everything. Sometimes people come out on this. I am even talking too much. But I want Nigerians to understand there are plans, and the more APC will be looking, the less they will see. Everyone should be patient. Everyone should be patient and be ready. The battle line has already been drawn for 2027. We are taking back our country. Our brother Pansat said what?
Obi is reclaiming his mandate. We are talking about, it's not Obi, it's Nigeria reclaiming their mandate that the criminals have stolen. Obi is just a vessel, using himself as a sacrificial lamb for the country. So everyone should get ready. Buckle up. Don't look at the body language of what is happening to people and how it's happening. Oh, Nigerians are not talking, they are not saying. But when that time comes, you will see somebody who is quiet with them. They will take back their country. So if the primaries happen, before the primaries will come out, people picking ticket in ADC. If the system is like this, my brother, I'm telling you with 100%, Obi will not pick the ticket in ADC. This is what I'm telling you. If the system of ADC is in this manner that a shaman will be taking cars and all those things will already compromise ahead of the primaries, Obi is not willing to do those kind of things. Because that was not what they agree with him before he decided to move to ADC. So, Prince Collins?
Yeah, I can hear. I'm here. Okay, so right now, what do you think if for instance now, if the coalition refuses to give Obi a ticket, what would be the next step?
Come again with the question.
If coalition refused to give Obi ticket to be the flag bearer, what will happen?
Prince Collins, relax yourself. It's not everything that comes on the media space. Obi has more than 3 political parties that are holding ticket waiting for him. The coalition, the essence of the ADC is a coalition. The agreement was what? Let's come together and have a coalition. What is the coalition? It's there for us. It can be Labour Party, you can still be the same way APC did in this thing. SCN, CPC, and all those ones, Aruru, Arusi, will stay, everybody will come together. That is what is it in the ADC. You can see some of them are complaining that Obi have not gotten the ADC party or Obi have not left Labour Party. They will continue to speculate.
Okay, he has not gotten
They will continue to speculate. They will continue to wander around. They will continue to be thinking. All those ones are speculation, but we will still keep people dreaming. People will continue dreaming. But Obi will emerge as a presidential candidate. And we will take Nigeria.
Definitely it will emerge. It will emerge maybe from any other party, maybe back to Labour or something. But you see, my problem is how are Nigerians actually going to stand to defend their mandate? That's my problem. It's not Obi. Obi have the capacity to win the election. He's got everything that is required to become a president. But is Nigeria or Nigerians willing to take the country back? That's a question. Just like you are happy people that does not want help. You are happy people that does not want help. Okay, now when you talk about Nigeria vote, for instance, people can have Obi has, there's no doubt that Obi has got organic supporters, strong organic supporters. But what happened during the election is that because of the fact that there is economy, meltdown, the suffering is everywhere, they will roll out billions to start settling these guys. And before you know, what's a place where they will tell a party agent to come and take 1 or 2 million or 3 million. Party agent will never see 50,000 or 100,000 before. I don't know whether you understand. Now wait till they waste Nigeria money till they do all these things. Because how can we actually get organic? Okay, if not me and you now say I did ground, you did one polling booth, you go hold her tight because you know what you need. You know the dividends of democracy. You don't enjoy it. You know what it actually mean. If I did one, probably I go hold her tight. If Nigeria was day one, you go hold her tight. Probably Black Panther, if day one, you go hold her tight. But how many people like that do we have? People that will just compromise in few minutes because they've seen cash, because these people, they've weaponized property against them. Seriously. They are suffering, they can't even eat. A situation whereby people cannot even eat, they can't even fear their car, they don't even have transport to move from one place to the other. You offer them huge amounts. They compromise. That is why they are saving money for themselves, working for the incumbency to be able to take the power, use the security to oppress the people against the will of the masses. That is my problem. That is my problem. I have no other problem with this. People not being sincere. People compromise easily because they forget they are so gullible because poverty has been weaponized against them. They have no reason not to collect money because a lot of them are suffering. Some people, they can't even feed 3 square meals a day. You see, this hunger and starvation is intentional, because when somebody is hungry, he doesn't reason properly. It doesn't reason well. That is why you see in the Western world, they apply subsidy to assist people so that people can be in the line of good thoughts. When people don't, when you are not financially stable, when you cannot pay your bills, when you cannot afford the affordables, you can't reason properly. And these are the weapons they fashion against the people of Nigeria. They weaponize poverty against them, subject them to starvation and servitude. Anytime they give the peanuts, they take it up and compromise their destiny. This is my problem with Nigerians. Obi has done perfectly well, but are Nigerians really ready to take away the pains and agony by themselves? Because Obi cannot do this. It's Nigerians that should be ready to do this. When you are carrying somebody that does not want to stand up, you break your waist. That's the way it is. You will see the same Nigerians that we want to change. They don't want to change. They keep fighting against you. They follow the government of the day, collect peanut from them, and fight against you. I don't know if you understand, my brother.
Prince Collins, how many of them? It does happen. That does not mean. I am not saying Nigeria does not take bribe. They take.
The corruption, the rate of corruption is too high. That is why we must keep speaking.
Yes, it's this same poverty that will make them to wake up to. The same people you impoverish, the same people you deliberately weaponize them with poverty, are the same people that will rise against them. That is the truth. Everything
it has to be now because the country is falling apart.
It is already there. It's boiling.
It has to be now.
It is boiling. We are still firing the cylinder. So it's boiling and everything is in place. Everything is in place. Are they not paying? Are Nigeria not suffering?
Yeah, look at Festus Keyamo and co. Festus Keyamo and Fani Kayode. 2 days ago, I was reading in their Twitter. They were talking about Trump, coming to invade Nigeria. They changed the narrative, saying that Trump was coming to invade Nigeria or Nigeria government because they said American government led by Trump is supporting. He's saying that Nigeria government is the one supporting the killings of Nigeria. But that was not what the American government said. That was not what they said. They said that he keep emphasizing the fact that the president is a Muslim. He's got a lot of cabinet members that are Christians. He's got a lot of governors that are Christians of different states, as if is the president that installed them there, as if those people didn't go out for election before they became governors of their states. He was emphasizing the fact that the governor is a very liberal. The president is a very liberal person. He doesn't support those kind of criminalities and all that. But did the American government say that Nigeria government are killing the Muslim? No. This is how they change narrative and change the and begin to, guard the mind of the people. The American government said Muslim extremists are killing Christians and modern Muslim alike in Nigeria. That's what they said. And they said they are terrorists, that they are jihadists, they need to be eliminated. Instead of them to support that narrative and let this thing be done, they started changing the narrative. Okay, when Trump Ministry of War came to bomb Sokoto, did he bomb Abuja Aso Rock? Did he bomb Aso Rock? Did he bomb any government institution? He bombed the terrorists there. He bombed their stronghold. So this is the problem we have in this country. We see the reality, we shift away from it and begin to spread false narrative to convince the people against their own will. Then Festus Kiam, Fanny Kayode was supporting all those stomach infrastructure politicians were supporting the same narrative that is what Trump is trying to do. Now insurgency is everywhere, it's spreading. Okay, now I said it before. The kind of intention that Trump had was very, very good for Nigeria, but it's just like we are still talking about this obedient movement. Who are the real solid obedient movement? Just like we are talking about Nigeria, Trump said he wants to come and wipe the terrorists away from Nigeria. He wants to destroy them through airstrikes. But Nigerians on ground, are they ready to fight the same terrorists? The answer is no. Now they did an airstrike, and those terrorists moved away from their former their original ground and start spreading themselves within the nation, causing more havoc and harms. And whereas our security just look at them like that, is that not a condition that is made to be worse? They worsened everything because Nigerians on ground are not doing their job. The people on ground, they are compromised. The same thing they do in election. When the international organization, international body, the international watch, do their job, but the people on ground don't do their job. When the diaspora do their job, the people on ground, they don't do their job. They compromise. They don't even know if they are suffering. I don't think some of them know whether they are actually suffering. Some of them don't even they can't even differentiate between poverty, suffering, and living a good life, because they are used to that poverty. They've been weaponized. It's part of them. It has become a tag to many of them. That is the problem that we have in that nation. If you want to change somebody, the person you want to change must be ready to change. If you are talking about repentance, the heart must be ready to stay away from evil before you begin to preach about repentance. Because somebody cannot repent and repeat the same thing tomorrow. Are they ready to be changed? The answer is 70% no. They are not, because they don't even know what that change means. They are illiterate everywhere. You think it's the fault of these people that are doing all this kind of havoc everywhere, doing kidnapping, doing all sort of rubbish. What do you expect them to do? When most of them can't even feed, most of them can't even live a good life. There are so many graduates in Nigeria, intelligent people. God, created humans that God has given the Gen Z generation computerized brain, wasting. What do you expect them to do? They put it in practice. If you direct somebody through the good way, he will harness his resources through that good way. If you direct him through the bad way, he will harness his resources through that bad way. If you leave a vacuum, the person will try to harness it on himself. If there's no guide, he will go astray and to the detriment of the nation. Those that were not given proper education 15, 20 years ago, the youths that were not trained during Obasanjo, Yaradua, and Goodluck regime, are the Boko Harams of today. They are the criminals of today. They are the kidnappers of today. Those that could not benefit from the dividends of democracy 15, 20 years ago, They are the people causing havoc in the nation today. So who is the cause of our problem? We are the cause of our problem. We are blaming Northerners everywhere, blah, blah, blah. If the Northerners were given proper education and being empowered properly to become whatever they want to be, they won't. Have you ever seen somebody that is busy that will not be listening to terrorists and terrorism and terrorist acts? No, when you are busy, and I don't mind, it's the devil's workshop. When you have nothing to do, you listen to whoever comes your way. When people wake up in the morning in a developed society, in an industrial society, when people wake up in the morning, they think of what they are going to do, how they are going to engage themselves with their various activities of the day. But when people are idle, they don't have activities to do, you can brainwash them and manipulate them to become whatever they want. Look at spiritual and ritual sacrifice everywhere because these people are idle. That's the system we find ourselves. A system where somebody can get out tomorrow and say, okay, yes, I want to use my closest person for ritual. Then you put the person in a polling booth and give him 500,000. He will say he will not take that. He wants to support obedience or whatever.
Prince
They are evil people.
Collins.
I'm with you, my brother.
Don't generalize that one to say they are idle. You will see a graduate who have a work he's doing, will stay in bank. People work in bank, they are still doing yahoo yahoo. A man who is greedy, a man who is evil, whether you put him as a pastor to head the church, will still do that evil with that pastorship.
You are right. You are right.
Man who is corrupt,
you are right. Anyway, finish up.
A man who is corrupt, a criminal, if you like, go and put him anywhere. He's not going to change. That is the problem most of us have when Tinubu is coming out. We disagree and say, for me, I can never support someone with criminal record, which is there. He's not coming to office. No matter what you will tell me, build Lagos. He's not coming. You can't give a bad person or a wicked person, a strong man, power and think he will change or repent with power. Power already is a problem. Power intoxicates, and even a good person becomes useless with power. So that is where we'll have the problem. It is not because I agree with you, education not given to people and other things may impact, but people, you can still see poor people who has integrity. You can still see people who are doing their farm, but they are contented with what they have, the little they have. The greed in Nigeria is the role model of the corrupt politicians who tell you that you can wake up today, become a local government chairman and turn to a billionaire in a second. So everybody wants to go through the back door. Someone who is doing a little job wants to go through the shortcut to make it overnight. So that is a dangerous one for our own system. It's individual decision. But for us to change the society, it still lies for the leaders and the authority to do more. They are the ones that will reset your brain. If the authority are criminals, it's not going to work. But if authority are doing things in the right way, it will reflect in the society and the system will reset people.
You see what you are just...
Where you are today, how many police do you see on the road? But institutions are working. So you have the fear of the system, of where you are, because of how the institutions work. Not because you are seeing a policeman looking at you while you are driving, but because you know there is a system in place. If you mess up, there are consequences you will face. And that could jeopardize, that can spoil your reputation, your career, and a lot of things. Give you a bad name. Immediately, you begin to think well. You begin to take a different step. That is why we want leaders who will come in place and begin to do things in the right way, like Peter Obi will always say. If the man who is the driver
is not corrupt, at least you will deal with 70% of the corruption in the country. But because today, the leaders we have in place are showing in a broad daylight that corruption is a way of life. So everybody are still doing that same way. They are looking at them. If they are fighting corruption and they are living by example and doing the right thing, people will be scared to go and do. We don't say there is no crime in anywhere. In UK, there is a crime across everywhere. In America, there is a crime across everywhere. But institution is stronger than the people.
Yeah, because the issue. You see, just as you said, you see, when we talk about, most time people just say, oh, so there are still some bad Nigerians. There are still some people that are wicked. There are still people that are poor, that are just calm. They don't want to soil their hand. They want to keep their integrity and all that. You see, just as you have said, the system controls the people that live in that system. The institution, the way an institution is built, determine how people will live in that same institution. You see, the civilized world, or the Western world, or developed society that we see today, call it whatever name, they are not sincere people per se. They are not sincere per se. They are afraid of the institution that they belong to, that if they do things that are contrary to the rules and regulation, they will be going in for it and they will be prosecuted. You see, Nigeria, the politicians, they come, they steal all the resources away. Even the EFCC, the security agent, they try to prosecute them, and they bring the same resources to settle these EFCC members. They compromise. Even if they don't compromise, they go to judiciary. The judiciary take the same resources from them and lead them to go away. That is to say, they still, corrupt. They are corrupt. They still, and they go scot free. So that is why you now see. Let me learn. That is why you now see at a lower level, you see people that cannot access the government resources, that cannot access the resources that is made for the people. They go on their low level and operate the same way because they know that they will go scot-free. They still settle with the little they have. That is what have killed Nigeria. It's not that the people are. It's not that if we begin to say, I don't want to subject to the fact that there are people that are just naturally wicked or naturally stubborn to do evil. No, it's the system. When the system corrects, Mr. A, Mr. B will abstain. So the system must be put right. And the only way the system can be put right is for everybody to stand up against systems that are not working. And that is why I love what that Peter is doing, talking about INEC to be properly put in place to guarantee free and fair election, talking about the judicial system that has corrupt, that have made the people to become helpless, that have made the people to lose confidence in the institution.
Yes, Prince Collins. Those are the things we keep telling people, my brother. Do you know that system is already in place? And today, we are not having anything to say, okay, military took over, or we are not having anything to say, oh, something happened, or this one break out with you. Then we start again, a kind of reset. You understand? But this is the only option we have now. The corrupt system is in place. Go and do your survey. Do you know that an average Nigerian in Nigeria today does not believe that taking government thing is corruption? They believe that government things is open if you take it.
And they believe it's natural cake now.
It's natural, yes. So that is a problem we have. It's a big problem. Average person in Nigeria believe government thing is a natural cake, is not a sin. Taking public money. Go and do your survey and find from many Nigerians. And that is a bad one for our system. So how do we destroy this system?
Yes, sir. The
We
worst
have to
orientation
get
so far.
into them. If we cannot, because the system is built in a way, it's difficult for you to overhaul. The overhauling way is how can you organize people to do that overhauling? Because it can come through revolution, which Chowore is calling every day, which some of us do not believe. So how are we going to do? It's the only way is through the same election. Who appoint the INEC? Politicians already infiltrated the system. But we, the Nigeria people, are the only people that can change the system by electing through that same system they built for themselves by resisting them. Resisting them by all means necessary within the ambit of the law. That is the only way. If we don't infiltrate the system the same way they have corrupted the system, we can also, you have to be in the system for you to begin to think about the change. Because the system is structured in a way, it's difficult for you to organize people to overhaul. If you think of taking it through the way, okay, let's go through the National Assembly. Since the emergence of Olusegun Obasanjo, they keep amending the Constitution of Nigeria. You can't amend because it's not the people's constitution. No matter how you amend, they keep amending. Till today, the constitution is still useless. It's not making sense. It's not helping the country. Because you cannot build something on nothing. One man sat down with his chronics and designed a write-up and presented it to Obasanjo. Under duress, we are giving you the president. Take this constitution and run the country. Since then, 1999, we are still amending to today. Upon the amendment of the constitution, is not giving us anything to move forward as a people. So if you take it to the National Assembly, it's as useless. The North will come in their team. If you can't lobby them, hide $80,000 or $50,000 in the envelope to get what you want. Like as they allege, Tinubu is doing them to get what he wants. So how are you going to change the system? So we have to resist by having the good people who will go there, resist them as this primary level now. Make sure you put the right people in the state assemblies, in the federal assemblies, the National Assembly. So those things are there. Then through those places, you put the good people and you have a good president, good executive who can make good policy that will be difficult for this structure. Then you begin to deal with the judiciary. That is how you can eliminate this negative structure we have today. We have to get deep into them. The INEC
All right,
is
Mr.
already
Alabo,
destroyed.
5
Yes, sir.
minutes. Let's round up. 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, thank you for giving us much time. Thank you, Mr. Ellis. So that is the only way we can go in. When we now have INEC, will now be sanitized. Let's get the knife and get the yam first. So we'll begin to decide on how we can add the chicken and slice the yam, or if it is goat meat we want to use. But as it is today, it is difficult. If it is possible, Showore has been calling for revolution. How many people are you seeing with him? But we have the one that the corrupt constitution have given us, which is the electoral process. We will follow them and resist them by all means necessary to make sure the things you put in place to say the electoral law, you say there will be transmission. Even if you decide you want to do it manual, it has to be the result from the polling unit we have. We will follow it to the end. Do it, announce it manually the way you want to announce, but it has to be what we all, the all-party agent, agreed on the polling unit. That is where our unity
is sacrosanct, not the one the North are talking about sacrosanct. That is where the unity of the Nigeria people want to take back their country is sacrosanct. For us to come together and decide that enough is enough and take back our country. Prince Collins, let me leave you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Labo. I will give a suggestion, as part of my last submission regarding the present state of the nation. And my suggestion goes like this. If everybody, all the politicians, all the actors, all the political players presently roaming around the political atmosphere of Nigeria really love Nigeria as a nation, with the kind of strength they've got that they think they will be able to use to unseat our present commander-in-chief. If they really love Nigeria and they want the betterment of Nigeria, why can't they direct that same strength as a coalition to force the legislative arm of government to do the needful regarding INEC and strengthening the judicial system by amending the constitution? Because those that are in the opposition right now, the coalition, have got what it takes to carry out peaceful revolution against this present government, to do the needful with the support of the international organization. If they really love Nigeria, that should be what they should be doing, not thinking of how to go into the same system and siphon the system. On that note, I say thank you very much, everyone. Mr. Najawash,
My
Mr.
brother,
Alabo,
Prince
God bless you.
Collins. Thank you, sir. Prince Collins, before you leave, my brother, they know the man that will have in that place is not willing to do anything different regarding that. So those people, they know who he is. They know he's benefiting from the fair system, and he wants to maintain that fair system to finish his 8 years, which God forbid, it will only do 4 years and go and rest, because we cannot continue like this. So that is his own. He wants to use the same system like this. So those people you're talking, they know. That is why everybody wants to fight him. Looking at the law we have, if not for corruption or corrupt INEC, the option is there. Election will be transmitted. So you can do online. But they leave a clause that INEC still have the power on how you want to collect, whether manual or digital.
That clause must be removed. That is the move that the coalition should be fighting about, or fighting against.
The thing is that both of them is still okay. The manual one, Prince Collins, in your unit, when you finish the manual one and you people do, you declare and you escort it, gather all the result, all of you follow your result to the end, and said you can never. Natasha Akpoti, he did it in her home place. Other people defend. In Kanu, it happened. Kwankwa says, Laila, you cannot change it. Pension was in Kanu. It's the same way it will be across Nigeria. It was in Kanu you have that tension, but every other side of Nigeria, Lagos was calm. They allowed them to reduce over 1 million votes that they managed to get for Peter Obi. They reduced it to nothing. In Jos, where they have over 1 million, they reduced it. In River State, we carry right. There was no tension. But this time around, it's not going to be business as usual. That is where we got it wrong. So for now, the both sides you said is going to be, you say this is the law, okay. The manual collection, problem. Let us protect it and get it to the collection center. Declare what happened in the polling unit. Or nothing. So Nigeria we have to rise and unite together. We will take back our country. A new Nigeria is coming, and that new Nigeria is possible. Thank you, Mr. Evis, and God bless you, sir, for what you do.
Okay, Mr. Alabo, thank you, sir. Thank you, Oga Prince Collins. Both of you got the time to analyze this situation affecting us in Nigeria properly today. You know, you also analyze in depthly how the journey to 2027, to be precise. You know, all I can say is that we've done this before. We shouldn't forget that we've done it before. We did it in 2022, 2023.
Exactly.
So we are doing it all over again. There's every possibility that the election will still be ringed. You and I will be here for the first 2 days, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to 7 days of the ringing of the election. We will yell, we will complain, we will insult them and do all that. At the end of it, everybody get used to it and just move on. So I want to let you guys to understand that Nigeria is possible. It's not just by mouth. It cannot be possible when we just say it without no action. We are talking about Tinubu here. If you don't like him, that's fine, but you should face the reality that Tinubu is in power. So yes, you people call it OTP, one-term president. Okay, if that can happen, obviously I'll be the happiest man on earth that you remove him because Nigeria is not working at all. But putting it as a headline, OTP, Tinubu must be removed, Tinubu must be this. You only just put it as a headline, but you're not doing anything about it. That is my worry. That's my concern. Nigerians needs to be prepared, properly prepared for 2027 to have a change of government, for a possible proper government that have empathy, government that will listen to the people. Yes, that would be nice. But for Nigerians to just say, okay, by God's grace, Tinubu will be removed, it doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. And for what I can see so far, it's going to be a mountain to climb. A very, very huge mountain to climb.
Thank you, Mr. Elvis. I appreciate that. We should always know the fact, get it clear. It's a big mountain.
Yes, it's a mountain to climb. It's not going to be a small fight. It's not going to be your regular hope, regular fight that just resorted to how you want it to be. So, with what I can see so far, like I've said so many times, maybe there's something hidden, secret that I don't know yet. I will support that. But for any reason, there's nothing that I don't know yet. It's just gonna be like this. I have a long way to go. That Tinubu supporter that called in earlier on said everyone that supported Peter Obi or that want to take 2027 according to his submission, that we should come back home, or if you are home, go and register with ADC. Yes, he's a Tinubu supporter. He said that for us to sit down and tackle and insult anybody that is not speaking to how we want it to be, it is better we just digest what they say and work towards it. That's all I can say. I want a better Nigeria, but not under this government. We can't get it. And to also have this government removed to be replaced by other government or replaced by Peter Obi or any other person, and as long as you're going to remove this man, you have to work hard. Nigerians need to work hard by engaging their, on social media. We need to come together united and speak truth to power as we are speaking, put them under pressure. Why the political leaders that are trying to remove him have to also work hard. People like Peter Obi need to work hard to remove Tinubu. Just that unfortunate that the platform that Peter Obi goes, they do ask him questions there, but the kind of question that they throw to him is what is shocking. There are questions that you're supposed to ask someone like Peter Obi. It's more of a platform that Peter Obi go. All we see there is that somebody you give 10 minutes to talk, we use 9 minutes to praise Peter Obi first, and now you use the remaining 59 seconds or 60 seconds to want to start giving a submission. The time is already over. They say, okay, next. So it's only Nigeria Watch that will give you 8 minutes. You will talk for 12 minutes. With that 12 minutes, during bed, you still the pull and they go before you can end. Now, only Nigeria Watch, they accept all this kind of thing. There are so many platforms that I've seen. They give you only 2 minutes to speak. After that 2 minutes, they cut you off. They don't even tell you, okay, my God, in bed. They just cut you off. Then you see the next person speaking. To be honest, I want us to come together, speak in one voice, act together in unison, and see how we can build a chance to remove this satanic APC from power and let Tinubu become history and see how we can go from there. But the way we are going right now, it doesn't look like we are serious. Maybe it's too early to judge, but let's be looking. I appreciate you all, my people. Thank you very much. I appreciate you all. Mr. Alabo and Chris Collins, once again, thank you very much. And those of you that called into the show today, thank you very much, you lot. I'm grateful. And everyone that's supported us today, thank you very much. Mother Eugenia, Stephen Ojek, Mother Peggy Modi, Mother Stella Masevedo, I want to be Ferdinand, and a 7 girl made there. I'm grateful, my people. Madu Sedam, thank you. Ife, thank you. Mr. Joseph Orji, thank you. Thank you, my people. I'm very, very grateful. While my wonderful people write down the comment section, start with my mother for Mommy Diaspora. Thank you very much, Mommy. I appreciate you for all that you do. God bless you with good health and long life for us all. In Jesus' name, amen. Abu Aziz, God bless you, my brother. Thanks for always being there. I appreciate you always. Thank you very much, everyone. Right, the Black Panther, Lady Gina, thank you. And Blessing, thank you very much. God send, thank you very much. We Desmond and many, many more. Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the end of this broadcast. I'll see you guys tomorrow, 7 p.m. Nigerian time. If we can, put out a pre-recorded video for you during the day. And God bless them, my people. I'll say, have a good night and bye for now.
This is what we are living in this world, all of us today in motion. Everybody there in motion. Moving to our various stations. As we there in motion, make we do good to ourselves, yo. Make we do good to our neighbor. Before we reach our station, every walk gets paid. Every walk gets paid. Whether not good or what good, nobody walk good. Every walk gets paid. Whether not good or what good, nobody walk good. I make a day fear my God. Whether not good or what good, nobody walk good. I make a day fear my maker. Whether not good or what good, nobody walk good. anything.